live at Coletco for Monday night's Facebook record sale. And when you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Please let us know when you're on and watching. Let's see who the first commenter is. You win a free vacation to London. Craig. Craig's going to London. Congratulations, Craig. All right, let's get this shared everywhere. How about there, and there, and here, and let's get a link. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over to Instagram, get this thing shared. Actually, I got one more place to share it on Facebook. Happy Monday. If it's Monday and you're watching this, then it's the right feed and you have found the right location. We're going to go through some new arrivals. We're going to go through some half off a little bit later. I'm almost done cleaning out some bins, getting some merchandise moved. Let me see here. Go over here to this feed. Somebody mentioned me in my story. That's always a good thing. Let's go here. Alright, link and live now. Alright, just like that. I got everything shared pretty fast that time. We go back over here to chat, restream chat. Let's get this opened up. And what do we got going on? Nick Bargeron, good evening and thanks for the sticker. You're welcome. Nick Bargeron. I have a crate of new vinyl here that we're going to go through first. So what we actually just got done doing is the crates. It's been on this table for a while. Tanner and Seth literally just put those in alphabetical order. So our bins are a little bit fuller over here. But that also means I've got fresh new vinyl on this table, a variety of stuff that we hadn't shown in a while, and throughout the week that we'll show kind of when we have different times of the night. We need to go through new vinyl on top of new stuff. So we got a lot of cool stuff to go through. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to start with this crate. Tonight's agenda, while you're on, I'll say this multiple times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crates of new vinyl, new vintage vinyl. There's actually one more still in the back by the back door. So I've got 5 crates of vintage to go through. We're going to go through some half off. We got a truck. I don't know if y'all just seen the post, but we do have a truck on the way. It went from here. Well, Paul went from here to Maine. The truck started in Maine at the U-Haul store in Maine. I think he went to Maine, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, and he's been in Ohio all day. He's bought 2 or 3 different collections in Ohio. The truck will be here like at midnight tonight. And we have like an entire massive, and he's bought some premium stuff, some really nice records, 45s. I know we don't show 45s a lot. We have probably the best selection we've ever had, and they're all in the back, and we're about to start getting them priced and put out. We got some rare stuff, some cool stuff, and we got a lot more on the way. So, new vinyl. Let's see what we have in here. First come, first serve. If you're new, welcome. We have Ozzy, Ordinary Man, $29.99. New and sealed, Ozzy. He's on the back, peeing in some bushes. Totally an Ozzy thing. $29.99 for Ozzy, Ordinary Man. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits is $48.99. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits. You may have heard a couple of his singles. Are You Gonna Go My Way? That's probably my favorite. And of course, we've all heard Fly Away. Lenny Kravitz is $48.99. That's 2 LP. Greatest Hits of 311, 1993 to 2003. Greatest Hits of 311 is $34.99. Def Leppard Hysteria, the classic, 2 LP. Def Leppard Hysteria, $48.99 for Def Leppard Hysteria. The Police, Ghost in the Machine, that's new and sealed. The Police is $29.99. $29.99. The Police, Ghost in the Machine. Tom Waits, Swordfish Trombones. Tom Waits is $31.99. $31.99. Pearl Jam, Yield. Pearl Jam Yield is $34.99. Surprised we hadn't sold out of this. Of course, they had some kind of yield deal with Record Store Day this past one, but this actual single LP, if you just want the single LP album, it's been out of stock for quite some time. We've got 2 of those. Pearl Jam Yield, $34.99. Evanescence, Fallen is new and sealed, $29.99. That has their hit song, Bring Me to Life, $29.99. And Muse, Origin of Symmetry. Muse, Origin of Symmetry, $28.99 for Muse. Eli, First on Fallen for Evanescence. That's sold to Eli Tomlinson. First sale of the night and the first sale of the new week. What an honor, Eli. That's sold to you. Evanescence, Fallen. Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Session, $31.99. And a music on vinyl title. This is Glam Rock Collected. Glam Rock Collected is a 2 LP music on vinyl compilation, $46.99. They're numbered and limited to 2,000 on silver vinyl. These are numbered on the back. No, they're numbered on the hop sticker. Number 158, number 159. Consecutive serial numbers, $46.99. Glam Rock Collected. Those are $46.99. And another music on vinyl recent release is Poco Collected. Poco Collected is $46.99. Craig Johnson wants 311's Greatest Hits. That's sold to Craig Johnson, 311's Greatest Hits. And I should have had this the other night when we was going through audiophile stuff, but it's pretty recent. It's a new restock of Steely Dan, 2 Against Nature. 2 Against Nature, $64.99. That's a 2 LP, 45 RPM from Analog Productions. That's not on sale because we literally just got it in last week. But it's a good sounding record. That's the later Steely Dan stuff that pretty much was not released originally on vinyl, I don't think. And if it is, I'm sure it's very difficult to come across. Pearl Jam released a live Australian show album, giveaway. Was that what it was for Record Store Day? I guess that's what it was then. Craig Johnson on Steely Dan. I'm still awaiting the other one for David Johnson. And Craig, if you're interested in the other Steely Dan, I'm going to check with that distributor when I get their inventory this week. I've got to get that other Steely Dan album. I do have an audiophile record that's on sale tonight. It's actually underneath this table. I think I've had them on sale before, but I need to show those because that wasn't in the other one. We have Led Zeppelin. This is a triple LP, 180 gram. This is the original album remastered. And LP 2 and 3 is an entire live 1969 concert, $59.99. So triple LP Led Zeppelin 1, you get the remastered album and a complete live show from 1969. That is $59.99. We have Toy Story Favorites. That's the Toy Story soundtrack picture disc, $26.99. Woody on the front, Buzz on the back, $26.99 for Toy Story. Queensryche Empire, 2 LP colored vinyl, $39.99. Will there be an MOV pre-sale for Bo Diddley Man? Yes. I think I got the email solicitation for that last night or early this morning for y'all, I guess. Yeah. But yes, I will be posting that one. MOV is doing a Bo Diddley title. Joe Bonamassa, Tales of Time. This is the only one I have left. Triple LP live, $38.99 for Joe Bonamassa. And what do we have here? It's a bunch of them. It's Tyler Childers, Purgatory, $26.99 for Tyler Childers, Purgatory, $26.99. So that was a crate we hadn't gone through in a while. Let me go through those one more time. Just going to read the titles. Scotty Hops wants Queensryche Empire. So tonight, if you buy anything, it starts a new invoice. So tonight, everything we sell tonight will go on next week's invoice. So if you're kind of new and don't know how our invoicing works, anything you buy tonight, you won't get an invoice on it until a week from tonight. That might also help y'all with your budgeting. So just FYI. So one more time, Ozzy Ordinary Man, $29.99. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits, $48.99. Def Leppard Hysteria, $48.99. Police Ghost in the Machine, $29.99. Tom Waits Swordfish Trombones, $31.99. Pearl Jam Yield, $34.99. Muse Origin of Symmetry, $28.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King, $31. Glam Rock Collected from Music on Vinyl, $46.99, and Poco Collected is $46.99. The Analog Production Steely Dan, Two Against Nature, $64.99. Led Zeppelin is $59.99. Toy Story, $26.99. Joe Bonamassa was $38.99, and Tyler Childers' Purgatory, and this does have Feathered Indians on it, and Lady May. Two great ones there. White House Road, that's some good stuff. I like Universal Sound, also a great song. That is $28.99. Motown Collected Volume 2. I believe I do, and if I don't, I definitely can get them. That's still on a limited, numbered, and colored release. I'm going to go ahead and go through a crate of... so I've got a crate of putbacks and some new vinyl, as in new stuff over here. It's in a file crate, so I'm going to have to take 2 crates off the table to get to it. But this is some putbacks and some new vinyl. And I've started a high-end bin, but it's pretty recent stuff. It's got a couple Elvis albums in it, Alice Cooper bootleg. And but I do have some new vinyl here. So, and this is the only crate of new vinyl tonight. And then we're going to go through some of the crates we have on here. So, Europe. I have not seen a shipment for Europe yet. Like I said, those imports, James, if I see that it's going to be shipped, I will let you know. But right now, as of earlier when I checked my shipping list and my cart list, no Europe. And like I said, that's an import, so there's no telling where that is right now. It could still be in Europe, but I have not seen it. So yeah, no word on that. I know it's not loaded in my shipping cart, and it hadn't been shipped, so we won't definitely have it Tuesday or Wednesday. So, all right, we have Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, $36.99. So here's some new, the first part of this crate is some new vinyl that we have not shown before. I know we've had this before, but this is $36.99, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. We have Tool Lateralis. Tool Lateralis is a 2LP picture disc, $44.99. By the way, that's the only way that album's ever been officially pressed, Lateralis. It's never been officially pressed on any kind of black or audiophile vinyl, just as a picture disc, $44.99. We have the Smiths, Hatful of Hollow, $34.99. Gatefold. Darren Wortman on Tool Lateralis. That's so to Darren Wortman. Chad, did you get the message regarding my skillet? I have not. Tanner may have, but I have not. Queen's Greatest Hits is $39.99. This is 2LP, new and sealed. If you have sent a message, we will look at it and reply to you in the next 24 hours, I promise. Gorillaz, Demon Days, $36.99. And Greta Van Fleet is $33.99. Greta Van Fleet from The Fires, $33.99. Another Tool, Undertow, that's new and sealed for $33.99. And a restock of the Crow soundtrack. The Crow soundtrack is $38.99. 2LP. This has got 3 sides of music, and the 4th side is a Crow etching, $38.99. So Darren Wortman got Tool and Sonic. It's amazing. Huh. Are they Sonic? They're Sonic Cherry Limeade, 0 sugar. Now that sounds interesting. The stuff I drink's from Walmart, great value, and it's kind of dangerous. I think this past week almost got dehydrated drinking a lot of them. I don't think we ordered this. It was a random thing. If we did order it, I accidentally ordered it. I believe it's J. Cole, Revenge of the Dreamers 3. That's new and sealed, $44.99. Gorillaz is not on colored vinyl. No, Gorillaz, Demon Days. And, of course, that has their hit song, Feel Good Inc. That is $36.99. Okay, and let's see here. By the way, if you message the page, that's Tanner sees those. Sometimes it's Doug. If you have something that you need me to see, you might want to say, let Chad know or this or that, because most of the messages that come through now, I don't actually see. So if there is something like directed towards me, you might want to address it like, please let Chad know. Otherwise, Tanner or Doug gets those. I look at them sometimes, but I'm really just looking for record leads. And Paul looks at a lot of those now. So I'm always just looking for, hey, I'm looking to sell my 10,000 piece record collection of hard rock and heavy metal. We don't get those too often, though. Alum Die on J. Cole. That's sold to Alum Die. And one more time on this, we have Guns N' Roses, $36.99. The Smiths, $34.99. Queen's Greatest Hits, $39.99. Gorillaz is $36.99. Tool Undertow was $33.99. And Greta Van Fleet was $33.99. And The Crow is $38.99. The Crow soundtrack. Tool Fear Inoculum. No, I do not have Fear Inoculum. That comes as a triple LP. I can get that. It's $76.99. Or we have the box set. We still got the box sets in stock too. James Bragg on the Gorillaz. Now, I think the rest of this crate is putbacks. Even some that I think was from this week. That I think from people who came in and picked up locally. So, let me go through these right now. There's just an odd batch of stuff in here. So we have Richie Valens. That's a 1979 UK mono, $24.99. Richie Valens is a 79 UK mono, $24.99. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. Some of these I'm not for sure why they were put back or where they came from, but it looks like a lot of nice records. Based on the date and condition, that's definitely from Wisconsin. Elvis, Today, $9.99. U2 War is $31.99. That's new and sealed. U2 War, $31.99. Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, $19.99. David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. This is a VG copy. Orange label, $19.99. VG condition. Uriah Heep was $19.99. Jeffrey Walker, first on Phil Collins. Some great putbacks in here. Graham Parsons. This is just from the other night. Half off. I'll still do the half off price, $24.99. I know there was like 2 or 3 people wanting this the other night. Graham Parsons, Grievous Angel. Half off is $24.99. So Jeffrey got Phil Collins. Scotty Hops is first to the David Bowie. That's sold to Scotty Hops. Rhonda wants Uriah Heep, but John Porter was first asking the price. So that's sold to John Porter. Rhonda, you were second. Sherry Martell, you were second on David Bowie. And Rhonda, you were second on Uriah Heep. The Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet. This is $39.99. The Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet. That's a very nice copy. Blue London stereo label. Vinyl's near mint. Cover's really nice. That's from the Wisconsin collection. That was a putback, unbelievably. Such a nice copy. Megadeth is $38.99. Peace Sales, but who's buying? $38.99 for Megadeth. Dave Matthews Band, Come Tomorrow. 2 LP. Yep, 2 LP. Dave Matthews Band, that's $39.99. Dave Matthews Band. Kevin Doxey, first on the Rolling Stones. That's sold to Kevin. Rhonda, you were second. Now, Rush, we have a sticky note. Someone opened this. What happened is just where the top perforated seam got opened. This is still new and sealed, guaranteed. I guess I can't say sealed. This is new and unplayed, I guess I should say. I'll do $5 off because the seam is opened at the top. That will make this $31.99. $31.99 for Rush Hemispheres. It is new. $31.99 if anybody wants that. De La Soul, yellow vinyl, 2 LP with comic book insert, $39.99. Steppenwolf, At Your Birthday Party. Steppenwolf is $24.99. Very nice copy. Gatefold, Steppenwolf. Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. That was actually not a putback. Those are stray. Stray shipments that came in. NXS The Kick, $29.99. New and sealed. Taylor Swift, 1989. That's new and sealed, $29.99. Tina Turner Live in Europe, $39.99. Ike and Tina, Her Man, His Woman, a 1970 pressing, $29.99. Tina Turner, Ike and Tina. And Crosby, Stills and Nash, $34.99. Gatefold, really nice copy. I mean, the vinyl is beautiful. So is the jacket. It's a 4-digit, but it is a Rockefeller Plaza address. Excuse me, $34.99. And this is Trey Mendenhall wants Motown Collected Volume 2. Motown Collected Volume 2. I will try to find that. If it's not right in here, I will get you one, Trey, and we will have those this week. I think I've got some stray ones around here somewhere. So here's what's left with this. We have the new vinyl, which was the Crow, Greta Van Fleet, Queen, Tool, Smiths, and Guns N' Roses. And then some of the putbacks is Richie Valens, Elvis Today, U2 War, Graham Parsons. That was half off, $24.99. Megadeth, $38.99. Dave Matthews Band. Rush is still new. It's just that these perforated strips get easily torn off. There's like, we probably have like 5 or 6 more like that. They get ripped open. De La Soul, $39.99. Steppenwolf at Your Birthday Party. Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. NXS, Taylor Swift, Tina Turner, Ike and Tina, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Those are all available. Now it's time for new vintage arrivals. Let's do that right now. I've got a whole crate, and we'll go ahead and start tonight's newest Japanese stuff. Wow, seen some good stuff. I'm taking a look at some of these for the first time. So John was here pricing. We have Paul on the way back with a truck full of records. At first, I thought we was going to have to end the show at like 10 o'clock whenever he got here, but I think he stopped. While he's been on the road, he's been getting more leads, and I think he stopped and bought some more. And so his new ETA is like midnight. So we'll be able to have a full-length show tonight. We'll still be able to have a full-length show and without having to really stop, because he's definitely going to need some help when he gets here with that truck. And so we're going to have a late night here. Okay, let me show this stuff here. We've got 5 crates of new vintage arrivals. 5 crates of new vintage arrivals. Is it possible to get Cookout Volume 2? No, wait a minute. He said Yacht Rock Volume 2, not Cookout Volume 2. Yacht Rock Volume 2, yes, I believe we have a waiting list for that. There is a waiting list for Yacht Rock Volume 2, yes. If you would like on that, just let me know. All right, let me get this situated. Let me see also what's in our Japanese bin tonight. Should have plenty of new stuff. I see Asia. That's like our all-time bestseller. Couple Wings, Bon Jovi. We'll put these up first. Asia and Bon Jovi. Okay, let's see here. Motown. Here we go. Where'd you find these, Tanner?
Putback bin.
Putback bin. Yeah, we're building up some putbacks. Oh my gosh. The group pre-orders. There's a lot of people in our group that buy stuff for the first time in the group, and then we never hear from them again. In those pre-orders, they leave the group, and I guess they don't want to pay for something, so they leave the group, and we never can get a hold of them again. Motown Collected, Trey Mendenhall. There's a copy for you, and if anybody else wants a copy, $46.99. That's fresh from the putback bin. Okay, new vintage arrivals. Bee Gees, Peace of Mind, $14.99. Bee Gees, Peace of Mind, $14.99. We have the Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery and Imagination, $19.99 for Alan Parsons Project. Aretha Franklin, yeah, $29.99. That's a UK pressing. Aretha Franklin, yeah, orange, CBS, very nice copy, $29.99. Does have a small, like where maybe a small retail sticker was there on it. Glossy cover though, $29.99. Frank Zappa, Apostrophe, 77 Winchester Press, $34.99. Roy Acuff, Volume 2's Greatest Hits, $19.99. Roy Acuff's Volume 2, Greatest Hits, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Edward Star Wars First on Aretha Franklin. Willie Nelson, The Sound in Your Mind. Willie's in shrink wrap, $14.99. And Clarence Gatemouth Brown, All Right Again. Clarence is $19.99. Let's see what we've got over here with these Japanese pressings. Asia is going to be a $45 start. It is near mint and pristine. Perfect copy of Asia self-titled. There's the LP. There's the Japanese insert. There's the cover with the Obi. That's up for bid, $45. And then Bon Jovi is going to be a $55 start. Let's see what all Bon Jovi has. This is 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. There's the vinyl, near mint and pristine. There's the Japanese insert. Looks like you got a Bon Jovi poster. It is Bon Jovi poster. You have a another Bon Jovi insert, and a complete unused set of stickers. So this one's 100% complete. Also a really nice cover with Obi. That's a $55 start. $45 bid on Asia is in with Kevin. Bon's a Bon Jovi's a $55 start. Dave Brubeck's Greatest Hits, $19.99 for Dave Brubeck's Greatest Hits. Everything in here is probably from that Wisconsin purchase of 11,000 records. As you see, we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 crates a night out if we can. It is a lot of stuff, and we put them out every night. So, and all these are very nice and clean, as y'all are well aware. The Firm is in shrink wrap, $29.99. You're going to hear me probably say the word shrink wrap a lot, as usual. The Firm is near mint in shrink wrap, $29.99. Let me see here. Let me get these back. Dave Brubeck is sold to Keith Moyers. That's sold to Keith Moyers. John Baldry, It Ain't Easy. John Baldry is a UK pressing, $24.99. Elvis Presley, King Creole, $14.99. Elvis Presley's a black RCA label. Reissue, $14.99 for Elvis King Creole. Little River Band, Sleeper Catcher, $9.99. The Commodores, all-time greatest hits. The Commodores is $14.99. Very clean Motown pressing in shrink wrap. David Bowie and Mick Jagger, Dancing in the Street, $14.99. Bowie and Jagger, 12-inch single, Dancing in the Street, $14.99. Final Call in Asia for $45, and Final Call if you want to get a bid in on Bon Jovi for $55. Split Ends is $14.99. Nothing wrong with that one. John Lill wants the David Bowie 12-inch single. Stacy Metternich was second. Gina Charles first on the Commodore's hits. Sherry was third on the Bowie. The Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Picture Disc from 1978, $49.99. Sgt. Pepper's Picture Disc, $49.99. The Beatles, Hard Day's Night is a 1985 UK pressing. 85 UK pressing. Near mint has the Jim import sticker. Very clean copy, $34.99. That's an 85 pressing of that album. Very nice. Hard Day's Night, $34.99. Robert Plant, Shaken and Stirred. Robert's in shrink wrap, $22.99. And Kansas Power is $19.99. Spooky Tooth, Spooky 2, $19.99 for Spooky Tooth. And The Best of Bread. I don't know if I've seen that. It must be an import. It is. It's a German compilation. Make It With You. I see all the hits on there. Best of Bread, $14.99. Very nice copy, German pressing. Craig Ruth first on the Robert Plant, and Pete Weisgarber first on Kansas Power. I'm going to go ahead and sell Asia for $45 to Kevin Dokesy. If anybody wants Bon Jovi, that's complete with inserts, poster, sticker, Obi, near mint. That's a $55 buy now if anybody wants Bon Jovi. Jackie Wilson Jones Reynolds wants Bread. And Dan Fogelberg's Greatest Hits in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $12.99. John Lill gets the Bon Jovi for $55. That's sold to John Lill. Hall & Oates Voices, $19.99. I've seen a couple different covers with that album before. That one looks a little bit different too. $19.99 on Hall & Oates Voices. David Bowie Live is a 1974 Indianapolis press. $49.99 for David Bowie Live. Very clean looking copy. 2LP, orange label. That's $49.99. David Bowie Live. Camel, The Snow Goose. Camel is $19.99. And REO Speedwagon, Good Trouble. REO Speedwagon, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Foghat, Rock and Roll Outlaws. Foghat's $14.99. Kenny Rogers and the First Editions presents The Band of Calico. That's $19.99. Hadn't seen that in a while. Pete W. on Camel. That's sold to Pete Weisgarber. Hums of the Lovin' Spoonful, $12.99. Rubber Soul is a 66 stereo copy, $74.99. And that is immaculate on the vinyl. Cover also looks very nice. There is some 295 and pencil on the back. It's a 66 stereo press, $74.99. Very nice copy. The Beatles, Rubber Soul. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual, $24.99. Local Hero, music by Mark Knopfler, Gold Stamp Promo with hop sticker, music by Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits. That's $19.99, the Local Hero soundtrack. The James Gang, Your Album, that's a gatefold, $19.99 on the James Gang, Your Album. And Los Lobos by The Light of the Moon. Los Lobos is $14.99. Let me see what else I got over here in the Japanese bin for our next auctions. We're probably going to do a Beatles. And let's do a Bryan Adams. Beatles and Bryan Adams. 2 Bs. Probably not a good idea, but we'll try it. Now, this is the one everybody always seems they need. They always need the blue album, because I think I've sold just about everybody a red album, and we still do have red albums. But let's take a look at this. This one's going to be a $55 start. This is the Beatles 67 to 70. It is near mint and pristine. That looks beautiful. It has 2 LPs. It has the discography book. It has the lyric book. It has both original inner sleeves. This is missing one thing, a poster. Really nice cover with Obi. I don't see a lot of discoloration on this one, maybe like right in here. The other 2 records we had no, absolute no discoloration, but there is a 67 to 70, $55 start on that. Japanese pressing. Bryan Adams, Reckless. This looks really nice. This is a $45 start. Bryan Adams, Reckless. Near mint and pristine vinyl. You get a Japanese insert. Really nice cover with Obi. Absolutely nothing wrong with that one. $45 start on that. $55 on the Beatles comp. Okay, now back up to the top. The next claim was Brian Hummel on Los Lobos. Brian Hummel. Brian C. was second. Gary Samuels was third. The Blood, Sweat, and Tears, 1999, their self-titled album. Olivia Newton-John, Totally Hot, $9.99. Three Dog Night, $34.99. Now, this is really cool. It has the hop sticker on the back, 7 separate fulls. It includes all of the playing cards. This is $34.99. If you've never seen the packaging on this, it opens up at the top, kind of like an envelope. And there's the inner sleeve. And it has these cards with it. Has these playing cards with it. I think there's more. Nope, that's it. It's got the insert divider and all that with it as well. And it has a hop sticker on the back. I've taken that apart, so I'll have to set that over there. But that is Three Dog Night, 7 separate fulls, complete, $34.99. Rolling Stones, Milestones. That's a Rolling Stones comp, $34.99. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. That's a 64 mono pressing in shrink wrap, $64.99. $64.99. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. That's in shrink wrap, $64.99. That looks like a really nice copy. John Denver, I Want to Live, $9.99. The Ohio Players, Gold, $19.99 on the Ohio Players Gold. Chris Christopherson, To the Bone, $14.99. Chris Christopherson, To the Bone. The Bee Gees, Life in a Tin Can. Well, I hadn't seen that. I've had it before, but it's been a long time. Life in a Tin Can, $19.99. The Bee Gees. And Classic Yes, and this does have the bonus EP with it, $29.99. Classic Yes, and this one does have the bonus 7-inch EP with it. That is $29.99. Near mint all the way around. Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra. Looks like it has a little bit of cover damage or something there on the front. $17.99. Miami Sound Machine Conga. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Men at Work, Business as Usual, $24.99. Original inner sleeve. Men at Work, Business as Usual, $24.99. Robert Plant, The Principle of Moments. Worth noting, In the Mood for a Melody and Big Log, $19.99. Fred Carnell Wants Yes, Classic Yes. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Little Steven, Voice of America, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Jocko Belli Dante, first to Robert Plant, then Eddie Passer, then Greg Brummett. REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity, $19.99. Close to the Edge, very nice. Gatefold with original inner sleeve, $19.99. Close to the Edge, $19.99. The Best, Niles Lofgren, $19.99. Gina Charles, first on REO Speedwagon. Jeff Malwitz, you were second. No, I guess you're first to this Yes, if you want Close to the Edge. So Gina got REO, Jeff Malwitz on Yes. We have the Beach Boys, Keeping the Summer Alive, $14.99. Neither One of Us, Gladys Knight and the Pips, that's $9.99. The Greatest of the Guess Who, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Toronto Rock and Roll Revival, 1969 Volume 3. Chuck Berry, $19.99. Toronto Rock and Roll Revival. Black Sabbath is $44.99. This is a 1976 Holland NIMS press. It is near mint. Black Sabbath is $44.99. 76 Holland NIMS press. And Romy Lou is first on Gladys Knight. Romy Lou's first on that. Rush 2112, a 1985 pressing in shrink wrap, $49.99. 2112, non-gatefold. It is in shrink wrap, Black Mercury label. It's pristine in shrink wrap, $49.99. Rhonda is first to Black Sabbath. And Patsy Cline, Sentimentally Yours, on Decca, very clean, $24.99. Patsy Cline, Sentimentally Yours, $24.99. And Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, $19.99. Bryan Adams is a $45 buy it now if anybody wants it. Reckless and the Beatles is a $55 buy it now. I'm about to put up 2 new ones. And whoever asked for the red one, give me a second and I'll grab one and I'll put it up for auction. Bryan Adams, though, this is now a first come, first serve. $45 buy it now. And the Beatles has both original inner sleeves. Obviously, the OB on the front. Has the lyric book and the discography book. The vinyl on this looks unplayed. These also sound really good. UK Flag Series. And this is a $55 buy it now for whoever needs a blue one. All right, so Nick Bagaron, he wants the Phil Collins out of this bin. That's so to Nick Bargeron. I finally started saying Bargeron, even though I go back to Bargeron or whatever I've been saying as well. Fred Carnell gets the blue for $55. That means Bryan Adams is available for $45 if anybody wants it. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. There's several in here of I cannot believe these didn't sell. Thomas just claimed one of them. These early, original, clean Patsy Cline LPs are not, too easy to come by. So when I say it's like on Decca and it's nice and you're looking for Patsy Cline, you might want to grab those. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. Phil Collins is already sold. Let me read through these one more time. If you want prices, let me know. We've got a lot more to get to. The Bee Gees, the Alan Parsons Project, Frank Zappa Apostrophe is still available. Roy Acuff, Greatest Hits Volume 2. Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Willie Nelson was in shrink wrap. The Firm was near mint shrink wrap. John Baldry, Elvis King Creole. Little River Band, Split Ends. At any time, if you want a price, don't hesitate to ask. Sgt. Pepper's Picture Disc. We have Hard Day's Night. That's surprisingly, actually all the Beatles in here is surprisingly still available. It's a later UK pressing, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's this pristine. $34.99. Stacy said she'll take the Three Dog Night that's over here. Tanner, there's a lot of extras with that one. I'll let you reassemble that. That's so to Stacy. Shelley wants to know the price for Elvis. Elvis King Creole was $14.99, I believe. Yes, $14.99 for King Creole. Shelley Campbell. Very nice copy. It's a 70s pressing. Stephen Chesney gets the Hard Day's Night. That's so to Stephen Chesney. Spooky Tooth. Some great tracks on here, including Evil Woman. This is $19.99. That is Spooky Tooth, Spooky Tooth. Dan Fogelberg is in shrink wrap, $12.99. Shelley Campbell wants the Elvis. That's so to Shelley Campbell. Voices, Hall & Oates, $19.99. David Bowie Live. We have we have REO Speedwagon. Foghat, Rock and Roll Outlaws. Kenny Rogers, Hums of the Lovin' Spoonful. Rubber Soul. This was a stereo pressing. The vinyl looks unplayed, which is just a rarity in itself with Beatles records. I mean, 100 of these you pull out, you might get 1 or 2 that look like this. $74.99. That is in stereo. 66. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Clarence Gatemouth Brown. Neil, that was $19.99. And the John Baldry, It Ain't Easy, was a UK pressing, $24.99. The Foghat, that was Rock and Roll Outlaws. That was $14.99, Michael. $14.99. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual, $24.99. Local Hero by Mark Knopfler still available, $19.99. James Gang, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Olivia Newton-John, Rolling Stones, Milestones. Hard Day's Night, in shrink wrap, 64 mono, $64.99. Randy, the Rubber Soul, was $74.99. John Denver, Ohio Players. Chris Christopherson, the Bee Gees, Steve Miller Band, Miami Sound Machine, Men at Work, Little Steven, Best of Niles Lofgren, The Beach Boys, Chuck Berry, The Best of the Guess Who, and Rush 2112 in shrink wrap. It is a repressing from 85 or a reissue, but it is very nice. And that is sold to Michael Herrera, Foghat. If anybody else wants anything in there, they are available now, and they will be available all night. If I can get my tongue twisting over. I don't think I've had enough caffeine. for as late as I was up last night. Let's go through a crate of new vinyl here on the table, and I've got 4 more bins of new vintage stuff to go through. 4 more bins of new vintage stuff to go through. We have an entire truck going to be here at midnight tonight, Tennessee time, and it's full of stuff. It's really incredible, some of the stuff we're going to be having over the next couple weeks, on top of all the other collections that's still buried back there. So, Brian C., first to Frank Zappa, apostrophe. Brian, that's so to you. I don't think we have a Wayne crate tonight. I didn't see a sticky on any of them. Did he say anything about a Wayne crate while he was... What's that? No Wayne crate. Okay. All right, let's see. We have Black Sabbath, $33.99. That's new and sealed. 2012 remastered Black Sabbath, $33.99. Tonic Lemon Parade is $38.99. That's new and sealed. Tonic Lemon Parade. Weird Al Yankovic Story, Weird, $44.99. That is pink vinyl, Weird Al. That's the soundtrack to that newest film. The newest Ghost EP, that's Phantomine. That's on tan vinyl, $26.99. There's a riot going on, Sly and the Family Stone, $31.99. Red vinyl. Jethro Tull, Rock Flute is $38.99. Gatefold, 180 gram LP and booklet, $38.99. That's new and sealed. Power Slave, Absolute Power is $38.99. 1,000 individually numbered copies on silver vinyl, $38.99. Aerosmith Greatest Hits, $28.99. Aerosmith is new and sealed. John Lee Hooker, self-titled, that's $28.99. The Notorious B.I.G.'s Greatest Hits, $36.99. Overkill, we've got Years of Decay, and we have Horoscope. Those are both new and sealed, red marbled and blue marbled vinyl, $33.99. I need to put a price tag on that one. Overkill's $33.99. We have Cage the Elephant, Tell Me I'm Pretty, $28.99. Now Yearbook, that's triple LP, pink vinyl, $59.99. Now Yearbook 78, $59.99. The Love, that is on black vinyl, $31.99. Pink Floyd Live at Wembley, $39.99. We have Lana Del Rey. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? That's a long title. That's on turquoise green vinyl, alternate artwork, $44.99. Rebecca Barber, first on Notorious B.I.G. That's sold to Rebecca Barber. Moby Play is $39.99. Boston self-titled, $28.99. Led Zeppelin is $31.99. That's new and sealed. Bob Marley, Exodus. Those are the Tough Gong Jamaican pressings that are numbered on the back, $36.99. White Stripes is $49.99. Peter Criss, $36.99. That's the picture disc. Dead Kennedys is $26.99. And NXS Kick, $29.99. Mind you off some new vinyl titles we have there. Those have actually been off to the side for a while, so we hadn't shown some of those in a few moments. All right, let's see what we have here. I see a nice copy of that. I'll probably run that up for auction. Time to put up some new Japanese stuff, but not before I grab our next crate of new vintage stuff here, and then I'm going to go back to the comments, make sure I didn't miss any questions or comments or claims or anything else. Let's see what we have here. I see some interesting stuff. I see a couple bootlegs by artists I usually don't see bootlegs of, so let's see what we have in here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we have and Ace Frehley. No, they're all being pressed on black vinyl except for Peter Criss. Peter Criss, I think, is the one that isn't in print right now. Either Peter or Gene Simmons. Auction. So I just pulled this out of the crate. I think at first glance it was really nice. It is. I think the last time we auctioned one of this is David Bowie's Space Oddity. It is a black label. It is beautiful though. We've had one of these before pretty recently. This is from that Wisconsin collection. Crisp inner sleeve. Very nice. Ground Control to Major Tom. Of course, this is technically a reissue, but to me this is like the first US version. Because it was previously released as Man of Words, Man of Music on Mercury, which is the UK version. So it's not a first US though. It's technically first US version, but this is a reissue on the black label. It is near mint. It's got a really nice jacket. Wow. Musical genius. $35 start on David Bowie's Space Oddity. Let me grab another Beatles LP. We got a UK Flag Series number 4, Beatles for Sale. This is also a $55 start. This is Beatles for Sale, gatefold, UK Flag Series number 4, gatefold. This one is very, very nice. No foxing or discoloration on the gatefold or cover. It does have the lyric insert with it. Near mint and pristine vinyl. And this is a $55 start. Pete Weisgarber's at $40 on Bowie, and the Beatles is a $55 start. New vintage arrivals. Let's see what's in here. The Guess Who Rockin'. That's a gatefold. 1999. The Guess Who Rockin'. That's the original label. Orange RCA. 1999. Stand. Sly and the Family Stone. Wow, what a nice looking copy. $49.99. This one always is worn. 69 Terre Haute. I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting to regret not checking this before I'm selling it. And yes, that is mint, and that's probably from that Wisconsin batch. That's Stand, and that's a 69 Terre Haute, $49.99. That's another artist whose stuff is usually not in that kind of condition. Sly and the Family Stone, $49.99. In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin, cover variant F in the original brown paper bag, $39.99. Some great titles right there. Toulouse Street, the Doobie Brothers, gatefold, $14.99. Burbank label, very clean. That's $14.99. John Leal, first on Led Zeppelin. Final Call on David Bowie for $40. And Final Call if you want to get a bid in on Beatles for $55. David Bowie is a black RCA 70s reissue label. Supertramp is $19.99, even in the quietest of moments. $19.99. The Beatles is a $55 start. Introducing the Beatles, this is a bootleg, $19.99. This is an unofficial press of this album, probably made in the 70s or 80s, $19.99. Isaac Hayes, Shaft, $34.99. Shaft music composed by Isaac Hayes, $34.99. Edward Star Wars gets the Sly and the Family Stone. That's so do Edward Star Wars. Simon & Garfunkel in shrink wrap, Parsley Sage. Let's check the label. It's original label too. That's a very nice copy. In shrink wrap, $14.99. Greg Brummett, first to Shaft. I haven't seen a copy of that in a while, plus that one was near mint. Sounds of Silence is $14.99. Original label, second label. Very nice copy though, Sounds of Silence. That's my favorite Simon & Garfunkel studio album. Speaking of Paul Simon, here's one of his solo albums. There Goes a Rhymin' Simon. That's $19.99. Paul Simon, There Goes a Rhymin' Simon. And here's an Elvis Presley bootleg. It's $69.99. I don't know really what's going on here. Let's see here. It's got Ed Sullivan, a live track from 1957, gospel studio outtakes from 1960, a studio outtake of Nothing Left to Do from 1971, live in Richmond, Virginia, 72, 58, live Mystery Train, interviews from 72, and live in Dayton, Ohio, 1972. That is an Elvis 2LP unofficial, $69.99. Michael Wild gets the Simon & Garfunkel Parsley Sage that was in shrink wrap. So for those that's Elvis collectors and may have never seen this before, this is a bootleg or an unofficial. What this is somewhere or another somebody got a hold of these tracks through some kind of copy or some kind of tape, and they pressed it on to vinyl without RCA or Elvis Presley knowing it, and then they sold it somewhere in a parking lot. That's what this is, $69.99, or through some kind of dark, almost said dark web, but that didn't exist back then. Some kind of like maybe back cover of a magazine or something. David Bowie is sold for $40 to Pete Weisgarber. If anybody wants the Beatles, it's a buy it now for $55. The Beatles for sale, Japanese pressing, gatefold, and this one is mint. Cover, vinyl, insert, it's all there. That's a $55 buy it now. I'm going to put that up here with Bryan Adams. Maybe somebody was on standby for that one. Next, John Cale, Words of the Dying, Gold Stamp promo, $29.99 for John Cale. Elvis Costello, Get Happy, $24.99 for Elvis Costello, Get Happy. Basie meets Bond. Man, John didn't set that aside for me. That is 1966 mono in shrink wrap. I don't think I have this one. Count Basie meets James Bond. 66 mono, mint in shrink wrap, $39.99. He didn't even alert me on that one. We have Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, $19.99. Bryan Adams, $19.99, Cuts Like a Knife. Freddie Hubbard, The Black Angel. That's a 1970 Presswell pressing, $49.99. Freddie Hubbard, the black ink. Boy, that's a very nice copy. That's a 70 Presswell press, $49.99. Sherry Martell, first on Brian Adams. That's sold to Sherry. I believe Marty was second, and Dave Plunkett wants FHAS, and that is, I'll figure that out in just a second. Basic Blues Magoos, the Blues Magoos, Basics, or Basic Blues Magoos, $39.99. The Beatles live at the Star Club in Hamburg, Germany, 1962. That's a 77 German pressing, $39.99. Dave, I think he wants Freddie Hubbard, FH. That's what I was assuming, but I was trying to figure out what the Freddie Hubbard, I believe that's what Dave Plunkett wants. Dave, that's sold to you. From Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, Elvis Presley again, $9.99. Here are the Beatles Tell All. This is a VJ bootleg of a Beatles interview disc, $19.99. Here are the Beatles Tell All. Elvis recorded live on stage in Memphis, $9.99. Elvis on stage February 1970, $12.99. Elvis self-titled, 84 mono, $34.99. That's in mono. It's a reissue of his second RCA album, $34.99. Johnny Cash, the Orange Blossom Special. Johnny Cash, Orange Blossom Special, $19.99. Original Columbia 2i, mint, vinyl and cover. That's $19.99. Tina Turner, Tina Turns the Country On. That is sealed from 1974, $134.99. $134.99. This is sealed. One, I've never seen this album. Two, obviously never seen it sealed. Tina Turner Turns the Country On. Sealed, 1974, $134.99. Does have a clip corner down here. And Pam Dickens wants Johnny Cash. Tanner, that one was $19.99. We have Rare Jerry Lee Lewis, Volume 2. That's an import. $19.99, Rare Jerry Lee Lewis. Tom Jones, What a Night. Tom Jones is $9.99. Mickey Newberry, His Eye is on the Sparrow. Mickey Newberry's $19.99, and this is very heavy. It's Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Four-Way Street. In shrink wrap with hop sticker. There is some tape, $44.99. There is some tape across the top. It looks like somebody tried to save the shrink wrap. And on the bottom. It's not on the cover, it's actually on the shrink wrap, and it has a hop sticker. Has a hop sticker on the back, $44.99. Boy, though, if you were to take that off, I'm just peeking underneath it. You got a beautiful cover. $44.99. Very clean vinyl, too. Very nice copy. Four-Way Street, $44.99. This is going to go to Kevin Doxey. That is sold to Kevin Doxey. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe. That's a Portugal pressing, $24.99. The Who, It's Hard, $19.99. James Taylor, Never Die Young, $19.99 for James Taylor, Never Die Young. Kenny Rogers, Eyes That See in the Dark. Kenny Rogers is $9.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99. And Little River Band, Time Exposure with hop sticker, $12.99. I don't have any auctions going on. Let me change that. I got a... Did we sell the other Beatles blue? We sold the other one, didn't we? Because here's... What's that? Okay, we did sell one. All right. I was making sure because I've got another one I'm about to put up. Let's see what this one looks like. This is an Apple pressing. There might have been somebody looking for an Apple pressing. This one's also going to be a $55 start, which is a deal. This is a 2LP, near mint pristine. That's on... This is the Apple version, 2LP. This one is got an extra book with it. This has a red book with it. I actually won't leave that in there unless we, for some reason, it's some kind of, we might need that for another copy. So yeah, let me take that out. We have a blue 67 to 70 lyric book. We have 2 inner sleeves, and we have a discography book. So now, I don't know which version, Apple or the UK Flag Series, came with a poster. I don't think the Apple versions did. I think it was just those UK Flag Series, because I want to say that anytime we've had an Apple one, I've never seen a poster with it. So keep that in mind. But I will say that this has both books. Those are mint, both inner sleeves. Vinyl's mint. Really nice cover. No discoloration or anything on this one, except maybe right here on the obi. And I think that's just some dust on that. So yeah, That's a very nice copy. Michael's already bid 55. We got a Yes album going for the 1. Japanese pressing. We're going to put this up for a $45 start. Now, the obi is detached. This obi is not torn. It's not ripped. It's just the adhesive has kind of come off, and it needs a little bit of surgery to be put back on the cover. And by surgery, I mean like placed on there, and maybe you add some adhesive. Or you can keep it like we did and just have it kind of loosely on the front of the cover and the sleeve. Same thing, it's there. Going for the 1 has the Japanese insert with it. Near mint vinyl, obi, insert, cover. That's a $45 start. Beatles already has a bid at $55. Let me get these all nice and pretty up here. And we'll go to our next record in this bin, which is Aretha Franklin, 1999. Someone has unfortunately taped the hop sticker to the cover, but this has when she covered Jumpin' Jack Flash, 1999. Yes also has a bid for $45. So going once, going twice on both of those, $45 and $55. Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, that's $19.99. That's available. And so is Gladys Knight and the Pips' Imagination, $9.99. Richard Marx, $19.99 on Richard Marx, self-titled. Gary and the Pacemakers, Ferry Cross to Mercy, $14.99. The Souther Hillman Furry Band, Furry Band, Furry or Furry? I never got that one down quite perfectly. Trouble in Paradise, $14.99. Michael McDonald, No Looking Back, $14.99. Rick Morgan has bid 56 on the Beatles, so Rick is in on the Beatles, and Michael, you're out. New bid on that. Sherry Martell, first on Richard Marx. We have Horselips, The Man Who Built America. Horselips is $9.99. Satisfaction, Lost Aspen. That's a 1965 Mexico pressing, $39.99. Satisfaction, Lost Aspen, $39.99. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Maverick, $19.99. Commander Cody. This one is Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen, Lost in the Ozone, $19.99. So final call on Yes and final call on the Beatles, unless Michael Weil still bids, or if he's out, then we're going to go ahead and sell that to Rick Morgan for $56. The Jackson 5's Greatest Hits, $34.99. That's a mint copy. Jackson 5's Greatest Hits, $34.99. I Want You Back, ABC, all those great hits. Black Oak, Arkansas, I'd Rather Be Sailing. That's $14.99 for Black Oak, Arkansas. This is a wild-looking cover. It's Little Anthony and the Imperials, Movie Grabbers. I think that's what that says. Movie Grabbers on the Veep label. Little Anthony and the Imperials. That's from 1967 in partial shrink wrap, mint vinyl, $29.99. Fred Carnell is first on Commander Cody. Blue Ridge Rangers, of course, that's John Fogerty from CCR on the Fantasy label, $19.99 on Blue Ridge Rangers. Dave Brubeck Quartet, 25th Anniversary Reunion, $19.99. Mr. John Kell, British Passport, that's an 81 Terre Haute, $24.99. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. This is complete with inner sleeve and booklet. Running on Empty, $19.99. Jackson Brown. Slade, Play It Loud. I don't know if I've ever seen this Slade album. 1970 SRC press, $39.99. Slade on Cotillion label. All right, Darren Meyer gets the Yes, going for the 1 for $45. I'm going to do a 5-second countdown. I did not hear from Michael Weil if he wanted in or out. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to sell this to Rick Morgan for $56. Rick, have we sold to Rick before? That might be Rick's first purchase with us. Rick, if it is, let me know. I'll go ahead and give you and anybody else watching first-time buyer instructions. But that is sold to Rick for $56. Genesis Seconds Out is $34.99. Genesis is $34.99. Carly Simon Anticipation, $9.99. Pink Floyd Metal, $39.99. That's a 1983 Canadian pressing. 83 Canadian pressing of Metal. And the Beatles 6 is an Apple reissue, $34.99. $34.99. Gina Charles first on Pink Floyd. That was a deal. Even though it's an 83 Canadian, just don't see any kind of vintage copy of that clean too often. James Bragg first to Genesis Seconds Out. Let me read through the titles left in this bin one more time. Let me go grab 2 new auctions. There's still some great stuff left in here that I can say I cannot believe these hadn't sold very confidently. We got a Culture Club coming up next and a Men at Work, two classics from the 80s. Very popular albums. These are going to be $35 starts. They're both near mint and pristine. Men at Work, business as usual. Near mint vinyl. This also has an original inner sleeve. Look at the back cover. Almost no signs of wear since that was made in 1982. That is a $35 start. And we have Culture Club Color by Numbers. This is also near mint and pristine. There's the LP. There's the Japanese lyric insert. There's the Culture Club booklet. It's like a folder, a poster fold out almost. And very nice cover. No discoloration or marks on those. $35 starts for either one. Here's what's left in this bin. If you want prices, let me know. The Guess Who, the Doobie Brothers, Supertramp, the Beatles, introducing the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon, the Elvis Unofficial, Elvis Costello, John Cale, Basie Meets Bond. I guess I'm buying that since nobody else did. Blues Magoos, the Beatles at the Star Club, Elvis Presley, Hear the Beatles Tell All, Elvis recorded on stage, Elvis on stage, Tina Turner was sealed, Elvis Presley Elvis, that is mono, Jerry Lee Lewis, Tom Jones, Mickey Newberry, Alan Parsons, The Who, James Taylor, Kenny Rogers, Doobie Brothers, Little River Band, Aretha, Roberta Flack, Gladys Knight, Gary and the Pacemakers, Souther Hillman Furry Band, Michael McDonald, Horselips, George Thorogood, Lost Absent, Satisfaction, Jackson 5's Greatest Hits, Black Oak, Arkansas, Little Anthony and the Imperials, Blue Ridge Rangers, John Fogerty, Dave Brubeck, John Cale, Jackson Brown still available, Slade, Carly Simon, and the Beatles. The Elvis self-titled was a 1984 mono, $34.99, 84 mono. Thomas is in on Culture Club at 35, going once, going twice. I'm going to sell those pretty quick and put up two new ones. So if you want to bet on Men at Work, now is the time. All right, so let's see. I've been through... let me move some stuff over here. There's an extra Beatles book. That one I need to price. Let me see what I've got. Let me grab this crate back here. Let me play a little bit of Tetris. Or I don't know, really Tetris. It's like... I need to go through this crate, I think, one more time here. No, actually, I'll just go ahead and go through this one here. This is pretty new stuff. It's over here. Final call on those two auctions. I've got several more crates, actually 3 more crates of new vintage arrivals to go through. And then after that, we'll start doing some half-off stuff. I'll start resuming some half-off stuff we got in the back. So I think this is some fairly new stuff from last week. So just a reminder, if you didn't get to watch a lot last week, a couple new LPs we have. REM Green is $36.99. REM is $36.99. Judas Priest is $29.99. British Steel, $29.99 on Judas Priest. Taylor Swift Midnights, that's on mahogany colored vinyl, $33.99. And Taylor Swift Midnights on Blood Moon colored vinyl, $33.99. Jethro Tull Aqualung, 2011 Steven Wilson mix, $28.99. Hall & Oates is $28.99. We also have Jeff Buckley Grace, $33.99, Jeff Buckley Grace. Yes is the Yes broadcast from '69, $33.99. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack, $44.99. Pearl Jam Versus, $34.99. Which Pink Floyd did I buy? You bought a copy of Pink Floyd Metal. That's what you bought. Kiss, self-titled, $33.99. Extreme, Porno Graffiti, $38.99 on Extreme. Gary Rafferty and Steelers Wheel Collected, $44.99. That's like a hits of Steelers Wheel and Jerry Rafferty. In the Fade soundtrack, music by Josh Homney, $36.99. Reggae Collected is $44.99. The Call Collected is $46.99. Got 2 of those. Dirty Rotten Imbeciles is $38.99. George Strait is $33.99. Taylor Swift, Speak Now. This is $31.99. Taylor Swift, Speak Now. And Taylor Swift Folklore, $31.99. Rush Moving Pictures is on opaque white vinyl. I think that's technically a half-speed master, $49.99. Jimmy Buffett's Greatest Hits, $34.99. And The Dead Milkmen, Quaker City Quiet Pills, $28.99. Thomas Bowman gets the Culture Club for $35. If anybody wants Men at Work, that is a $35 buy it now. That's Men at Work, business as usual. Thomas Bowman wants a Taylor Swift Folklore. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. And I'm going to grab the next crate of new vintage arrivals, which is, what do we have over here? Is this check condition stuff? I hadn't found the check condition crate yet. See some good looking stuff. Let me see what this Led Zeppelin looks like. That looks awfully nice. Yeah, some great titles in here. Let's see what we got. He must have hit a batch of Led Zeppelin stuff. We've already had several tonight. Or a few, I guess. There's several in here, so let's see what we have in here. Any putbacks? I've already done some. That was the first crate of the night. But no, we really don't have the putbacks ready. Everybody likes seeing what people put back or don't pay for, because it's probably something a lot of y'all were backup bidders on or second on. So Tanner says he's got a full crate in the back he can bring up here. This Led Zeppelin is a 69 Monarch press. This is a 69 Monarch press. This is a $65 start, 1841 Broadway, 4-digit. The vinyl is beautiful. This is a nice copy of Led Zeppelin 1. It does have the gold award record sticker on the front. It has the original Atlantic inner sleeve. This is a nice copy of Led Zeppelin 1. There's a $2.95 in pencil on the back. Other than that, this jacket is clean. It's nice. Still has some of the original gloss. That is a $65 start. This is Led Zeppelin. The dead wax reads AT Delta 27031 RGW STA-681461-AA. I do not see a George Piros in the dead wax. This is a 69 Monarch press. $65 start on that. Led Zeppelin. And I have AC/DC Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap. Nice cover. See very minimal signs of wear on it. Has the original inner sleeve. $35 start on that. $65 and $35 starts on those. Next is, do we have a Taylor Swift Midnight on blue? Yes, we do. Thomas, those are $33.99. Okay, new vintage arrivals. Johnny Cash at San Quentin. That's a 360 sound original label, Columbia in shrink wrap. $29.99. Johnny Cash at San Quentin. $29.99 in shrink wrap. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is $39.99. That's called Dirt, Silver, and Gold. $39.99. No, it does not have Fishing in the Dark on it. Elton John, Honky Chateau. $34.99. Elton John, Honky Chateau. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. $19.99. MCA, black label. Has the original inner sleeve, and it has the book with it. That is $19.99 for Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Ken Helplin wants the Johnny Cash. Bob Riger's in on AC/DC at $35, going once, going twice. I can't believe no one's bid on Led Zeppelin yet, but it's a final call if you want to bid $65. Elton John Caribou is $19.99. Those two should sell. And Times They Are A-Changin', Bob Dylan. A 64 Pittman press. Wow. Stereo, very clean copy. Times They Are A-Changin', Bob Dylan. And that is a 64 Pittman press, $64.99. Uh-oh. That is nice. Probably something that should have went up for auction. Looks like it has the original insert with it as well. And this is one of those just beautiful, really nice copies. It is in stereo. That's a nice copy. Times They Are A-Changin', Bob Dylan. I'm going to lay that over here. Maybe somebody will forget about that. That is, maybe everybody will forget about it. Arm Lazelle's at $65 on the Led Zeppelin. Where did I get to? These are not wanting to stand up correctly. Let me wrestle with these right quick and get to where we was at. I have to use the force on these. The Beatles Historic Sessions. This is a 1981 UK copy, $39.99. Bayou Country, Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's written on the front because it is a 1969 German pressing. $39.99, Bayou Country. Final call on both auctions. $65 on Led Zeppelin. We have a bid from R.M. Lazelle. And Monica is new bidder on AC/DC. Monica's at $45. Bayou Country was $39.99. New Riders of the Purple Sage, Bureau. That's $14.99. We have Paul Simon, One Trick Pony. $19.99 on Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, $19.99. John Young's in on Led Zeppelin at $66. Bob Riger's out on AC/DC. Ryan Anderson's going to take the Bob Dylan. That is sold to Ryan Anderson. R.M. Lazelle's at $70 on Led Zeppelin. We have another Led Zeppelin here that's a really nice copy. 76 Richmond Press, $64.99. The Taylor Swift with the lighter, that's the one Thomas Bowman wants. It should be in Ben. Yeah, there's no hype sticker on it. Yeah. Thomas, we've got that. I know it's blue vinyl. That's what this one is. But there's no hype sticker on it. We didn't get these with hype stickers. But that is the Moonstone Blue, if you're okay with that one. All right, Led Zeppelin is a 76 Richmond pressing OG. Beautiful vinyl and cover, $64.99 on that. John Young's at 66 on Zeppelin. Ryan Anderson got the Dylan. Bob's out on AC/DC. R.M. Lazelle's at 70 on Led Zeppelin. John Young's out. Thomas Bowman says he's okay with that one. Best of the Animals, 15 tracks, $19.99. Best of the Animals. We have the Guitar Ramblers, Happy, Youthful, and New Sounds of the Guitar Ramblers, $19.99. Edward the Dylan has already been claimed. Genesis Live, $24.99 on Genesis Live. Odetta at the Gate of Horn. Odetta, $34.99 at the Gate of Horn. Ring of Fire, Best of Johnny Cash, in shrink wrap with a promotional album, Columbia Special Products. Compliments of Eastern Electric, that's in shrink wrap, $24.99. High bid right now is Led Zeppelin's at $70 with R.M. Lazelle. That is a '69 Monarch. Very nice. And AC/DC is at $45 with Monica Malley. Monica's at $45. John Young gets the Johnny Cash. That was a no-brainer. The Fabulous Johnny Cash, $29.99. This one has a decently nice cover. That's a Columbia 2i, beautiful vinyl. That is $29.99. Brittany Bragg, first on the Best of the Animals. Some great records in here. I'm talking about shrink wrap, nice stuff. Hot Chocolate, $19.99 for Hot Chocolate. This does have their hit, You Sexy Thing, on it. Hot Chocolate. Laura Branigan, Self Control, $9.99 in shrink wrap. Johnny Cash, $44.99. This is one of his first, I think his second LP. Sings the songs that made him famous on the original Memphis Sun, $44.99. We have Thomas Bowman first on LB, which was Laura Branigan. We can go ahead and sell Monica, the AC/DC, for $40. But I just want to let John Leal know that Led Zeppelin's at $70 with R.M. Lazelle, and that's a final call. AC/DC is sold to Monica for $45. Tanner has brought up a putback bin. I'll do that after this bin. But first, we have a copy of Abbey Road we need to auction for a $55 start. This is an Apple pressing. It is near mint and pristine. This is Abbey Road, near mint and pristine on Apple. $55 start. It has the original inner sleeve. It has the lyric insert, and it is very nice. Cover and Obi. Abbey Road is a $55 start. Is the Johnny Cash on Sun OG pressing? Yes. This is probably, what, 58 or something? 56, maybe as early as, no, it's not 56. 57, 59, late 50s. Creedence Clearwater Revival's Greatest Hits, $39.99. That's a 3 LP. 3 LP. Creedence Clearwater's Greatest Hits, $39.99. Final call on the Led Zeppelin 1. R.M. Lazelle at $70. Final call. Slade is sold from the previous bin to, let's see here, that's sold to Scott Glasser. And Jason's at $55 on Abbey Road. The Very Best of Poco, $19.99 on the Very Best of Poco. Peter, Paul, and Mary, 10 years together, the best of Peter, Paul, and Mary, $9.99. The Best of Pacific Gas and Electric, $19.99. The Best of Pacific Gas and Electric, $19.99. And the Best of ZZ Top Tejas, or not the best, just ZZ Top Tejas, $34.99. Led Zeppelin 4, that's an odd looking color on that one. It's a 75 Richmond press, $44.99. It's a 4-digit, but it is a 1977 or 1975 Richmond press, and $44.99. And I was coming over here to end Led Zeppelin, and Ryan has just bid $71. R.M. Lazelle, you're out on Led Zeppelin. Never mind, he's right back in at $55. Final call on Abbey Road, and this is a final call on Abbey Road for $55. We have Greg Brummett first on ZZ Top, and we have the Great Rock and Roll Circus. This is out as a box set officially. This is the bootleg that was around for many years. $44.99. This is John Lennon and the Rolling Stones. And I don't know if this has the Jethro Tull stuff on it. It says Led Zeppelin, Riverside Blues, Cream, Hideaway, The Who, Cream, Buffalo Springfield. That is $44.99. Led Zeppelin, 71, 75, 76, 77, 80. The New Colony 6, Revelations. New Colony 6 is $24.99. And the Rolling Stone Sticky Fingers is a 71 Phillips pressing, $64.99. The Rolling Stone Sticky Fingers, 71 Phillips pressing, $64.99. Led Zeppelin, 76, 77. Carol Puckett wants the Rock and Roll Circus. Led Zeppelin, 80. And let's go ahead and sell Jason Fornerat, the Beatles Abbey Road, for $55. Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train, $19.99. So high bid on Led Zeppelins with 80. Arm Lozelle. Waylon and Willie, $24.99. Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson. Billy Vera and the Beaters. Billy Vera is $9.99. Lone Star, Firing on All Six. Lone Star has nothing to do with the country group from the early mid-2000s. This is a white label promo, $14.99. Both other bidders are out on Zeppelin. So final call for $80. 67 Santa Maria Press. Bob Dylan, Bringing It All Back Home. Columbia 2i Stereo. Mint Vinyl, Bringing It All Back Home. That's a 67 Santa Maria 74. That was just as nice as that one we had earlier. Times they are changing. All right, so Led Zeppelin has got a new bid. We've already auctioned off one copy of Asia. We're going to try another one because that was our first auction. You may have missed that one. Asia self-titled, another mint copy, $45 start. $45 start. This is near mint and pristine. Very nice copy. $45 start. Just as nice as the first one we sold. There's the original lyric insert and a very nice cover of Obi. $45 start. So, Thomas bid 81 on Led Zeppelin, 82. I want to remind everybody what this is. It's a 69 Monarch press. Original Atlantic inner sleeve. Boy, I might have to give this one a spin. Look how nice. I don't know if y'all get the HD quality through your phone or laptop or whatever you're watching on. But this is, I don't see a mark on side one. 4-digit, 1841 Broadway. It is a Monarch press. Whew. I mean, that album only changed rock history forever, right, Tanner? It should be at $820 based on the quality of the music. 81 with R.M. Lozelle, now 83. Bob Dylan was $74.99. Ben E. King, Music Trance, $24.99. Gold stamp promo, Ben E. King. The Buddy Holly Story, Volume 2. We got Red Label, $34.99. It's actually on the red or burgundy coral label, $34.99 on the Buddy Holly Story Volume 2. This is Shaka Khan. It is sealed, $9.99. Shaka Khan, $9.99. Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth, gold stamp promo, $34.99. And Elton John Live in Australia is $39.99. Led Zeppelin, we now have 3 bidders. High bid is 86 with Thomas, looking for a $45 start on Asia. Jeff McMaster wants Shaka Khan. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. The James Gang Rides Again, $19.99 on the James Gang. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land, $24.99. Lenticular cover, original label, $24.99. We have the Allman Brothers, The Road Goes On Forever. That's a 2 LP Allman Brothers Greatest Hits. Near mint, $36.99. And Tina Turner, Acid Queen. Somebody asked about this the other night. This is a 75 Terre Haute, $44.99. Tina Turner, the Acid Queen, has the United Artist inner sleeve, and that is near mint, $44.99. One more in this crate, and that is Elvis Costello Imperial Bedroom, $24.99. Led Zeppelin, 86, now 87. Jeff McMaster on the next claim. He also gets Tina Turner. Brian wants the 3 LP CCR compilation. Let me move Sticky Fingers to the front. Yeah, this is an original with the zipper cover. I don't know if I hyped this up enough or not, because no one claimed it, and you should. It's a 71 Phillips press, which is OG, original zipper. It has the original inner sleeve. And let's take a look at the vinyl. As I expected from the Wisconsin batch. Really nice. There is a mark right there. Looks like some, what I call like acidic. It has like an acidic mark right there. Original inner sleeve. And I'm actually going to leave that in the crate. This that zipper is, I don't know how they kept those sealed over the years. If you ever find a perfectly sealed copy of that, I'd say you have something, because that zipper can be obtrusive. Thomas is first on AQ, which I think he meant AB. I think he meant AB, right? He put AQ. I bet he meant AB for the Allman Brothers. Thomas, let me know if that's right. Led Zeppelin 88, Led Zeppelin 90. Final call on that. Vinyls from the zipper. I have heard that before. I just don't know if I've actually seen one as clear as that one. Yeah, I could see where that is. Really nothing you can feel. It's kind of, looks like almost something like on the vinyl. Kind of weird. Acid Queen. Okay, so he does not want the Allman Brothers, but he does want this copy of Sticky Fingers I'm holding. This is sold to Thomas. That's a nice copy. I've had some, we auctioned one night for over 100. I mean, it was like perfect. I don't know if y'all remember that copy. It was immaculate. Okay, where are we at on Led Zeppelin? John Leal, you're still out. Thomas is still out. Arm Lazille's been the high bidder the whole time. He's at $90 on Led Zeppelin. I'm going to read the titles that's left in here one more time. We have a truck arriving at midnight. Paul's been out on a buying trip all across the East Coast and West Virginia. He's got an entire U-Haul full of records. He's bought some pretty incredible stuff over the last week. We've got plenty of leads on other collections as well. There's a massive collection in Mississippi, and we're still talking to this lady up in Boston who has like a once-in-a-lifetime type deal. It's so great stuff. We're just some of those people we're just trying to get a hold of. Second is tonight we've got three more bins of new arrivals to go through, including a putback bin. And the rest of the week, we're probably going to have 6 record sales this week, especially with all the new stuff coming in. We still got thousands of CDs we haven't touched, thousands of records, of course. The 45s we've got in with this batch and what we've already got in the back is incredible. Long story short, you know what to do. Tune in. You're going to see the best selection of records every night, 7 o'clock, unless we're a few minutes late. Probably until midnight, we'll be here selling records. Led Zeppelin is now at 100. I'm going to go ahead and make Asia a buy it now. If anybody wants that, $45 buy it now. I'll put that over there with the Beatles, Men at Work, and what's the other one? Bryan Adams. If you want prices on anything in here, let me know. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Elton John, Honky Chateau. That's on the original Uni label. I didn't really tell that the first time. Rocket Man, classic album, $34.99. Nice cover. That's on the original label. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player is still available. And Caribou. Those are $19.99 each. The Historic Beatles section, the Historic Beatles Sessions, Bayou Country, Creedence Clearwater Revival, 69 German pressing, $39.99. New Riders of the Purple Sage, Paul Simon, Led Zeppelin is still available. This is Song Remains the Same, and it's a nice copy. $64.99, has the booklet, gatefold, $64.99. Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. Happy Youthful New Sounds of the Guitar Ramblers, Genesis Live, Odetta, The Fabulous Johnny Cash, Hot Chocolate, Johnny Cash. This is The Songs That Made Him Famous, $44.99. And Michael said earlier that this may not be an OG. This was repressed later as a club edition. It may not actually be the late 50s. It certainly looks like one, but I think because of the electronically enhanced reproduction stereo, that's not a late 50s press. Great music on it, though. One of the first Johnny Cash LPs I think I ever put on. The Very Best of Poco, Peter, Paul, and Mary, The Best of Pacific Gas and Electric, Led Zeppelin 4, New Colony 6, Savoy Brown, Waylon, Billy Vera. Once again, Mr. Thomas and Mr. John. Y'all are both outbid. Arm Lazelle's at $100. That's a final call. That's a final call on Led Zeppelin at 100. Neither one of them is set out, so I don't think we're done on it. But if you are out, please let me know. Lone Star, would I lie to you? You may. No, I'm just joking. Michael Manning would not lie to me. Pacific Gas. He's one of our in-house record experts. He quietly watches in the background. He's one of the more knowledgeable people I've ever met on records. The best of Pacific Gas and Electric is 1999. Michael, whenever your collection's for sale, be sure to give me a call. Ben E. King, The Buddy Holly Story, Men Without Hats, Elton John Live in Australia, James Gang Rides Again, Johnny Cash, Elvis Costello, and no one got the best of the Allman Brothers. The Road Goes On Forever, $36.99. Led Zeppelin is at 101 with Thomas. Arm Lazelle's out. 100 was his mark. So now it's between Thomas and John Leal. Thomas has it at 101. Going twice, going 3 times. Mr. Robley, let me know if you want the Pacific Gas and Electric. It is still available. Let's go through some putbacks. Putbacks are always fun. There's no telling what's in here. What was Elvis Costello? Imperial Bedroom. Imperial Bedroom on Elvis Costello. Mike Helton is going to take the Allman Brothers. The Road Goes On Forever. Can't go wrong with that. John Leal's out. 15 seconds left on Led Zeppelin. $101. I figured it would break 100 based on just how nice it was. And we do have a pin of putbacks. Let's see what we have in here. Zeppelin is not in shrink. Zeppelin is not in shrink. Mike Helton got that. We have the Towns Van Zandt. Okay. Craig Johnson wants the James Gang. I don't know what I just did with it. Hold on a second. James Gang Rides Again. Right? The Bob Dylan's still in there. It's a beautiful copy. Let me figure out what I've done with James Gang. That was Rides Again, wasn't it? Okay, James Gang Rides Again. I'll pull it out then. Brent wants the Pacific Gas and Electric. And let's go ahead and sell Led Zeppelin. $101 to Thomas. You got a true artifact here. Led Zeppelin 1. $101. Very nice vinyl. You won't have to upgrade. You won't have to upgrade. Oh, I just accidentally reset my feed. Let me see here. Well, it might be still good. Okay, here we go. There is a Towns Van Zandt here that I think we sold at auction, or I'm not for sure what happened. Is it this one? I'll just leave it as a bot now. Okay, we have John Mellencamp, The Best That I Could. John Mellencamp is $44.99. 2 LP Greatest Hits. John Mellencamp, The Best I Could. These are putbacks. Some things in here are new and sealed. Some are OG. I don't think there's any auction records in here. If I do run across one, we'll put it back up. Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn, Half-Speed Master, $74.99. Master Sound, audio file pressing. Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn, $74.99. Miles Davis, Tune-Up is $44.99. Miles Davis, Tune-Up. I'm curious who put these back or didn't pay for them. I remember selling these. Miles Davis is $44.99 and $74.99. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, $39.99. The Beatles, this is $79.99. This is live at the BBC, $79.99. $79.99. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, new and sealed, $36.99. Audio Slave Out of Exile, $59.99. Winger Pull, $44.99. Colored Vinyl Friday Music. The Lion King soundtrack, Orange Vinyl, $49.99. And Lynch Mob Rebel, Red Marbled Vinyl, $29.99. Jeremiah wants Tuna, and that was probably Tune-Up for Miles Davis, right, Jeremiah? And Edward Star Wars wants the Beatles live at the BBC. Let me put up a couple new Japanese auctions while we're going through the putback bin. I have the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, and Miles Davis. Seth, you care to mute your volume over there, please? All right, Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Those are up for auction. And 1 second. We have King's X, Gretchen Goes to Nebraska, limited edition 1500 on gold vinyl, $44.99. Towns Van Zandt, live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas, that is $24.99. Towns Van Zandt, $24.99. Uh-oh, Rush Signals. This would be a deal right now at $36.99. This is, somebody needs to be all over that. $36.99, that's new and sealed. There's another Lynch Mob Rebel, $29.99. And of course, plenty of warrants. This is the most putback record in the history of records. Dog Eat Dog, limited and numbered 2,500 copies on blue and red marbled vinyl. There's 3 more copies, $44.99. Thomas is first to rush signals. These are on, the reason we sold out of this so fast is the 180 gram copies we were selling them on Discogs for $69.99. This is $36.99. That's sold to Thomas. Signals, Jeff H. was second. Led Zeppelin Mothership, $139.99. We have Nirvana, the Black Album, $36.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, 45 RPM Palace Pressing, $59.99. Pearl Jam Unplugged. Scott Drum, if you're watching, we did get a copy of this in today's new vinyl shipment. You was the only one on the waiting list. That is an unofficial red vinyl. Patti Smith, Dream of Life, $29.99. Does have a crease right here on the cover. Gold stamp promo on the back, but that is a really nice copy in the original inner sleeve. Patti Smith is $29.99. Brittany Bragg wants Pearl Jam. We have Alice in Chains Facelift, $36.99. Mothership is sealed, yes. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bayou Country. This is EX, $32.99. The shrink does have a tear in it right here. It's in shrink wrap, but it's a little loose. It has a tear here, and it has a tear here. It's not tight shrink wrap. EX vinyl in shrink wrap, $32.99 CCR. And Sade Promise. Sade is $49.99. Sade Promise, $49.99. And this is a slightly warped copy. This was a return because it was slightly warped. I think we originally sold it for $59 or $54.99. This one is lightly warped. It will still play. No skips, no jumps, but it does have a light warp. $34.99 on Fleetwood Mac Tango on the Night. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Last Days in Time, $14.99. Jeremiah needs to put back Miles Davis. Thomas wants the CCR. Our next 2 Japanese auctions are going to be the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. This is a $45 start. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, near mint and pristine vinyl, $45 start. We have a booklet insert with it as well with lyrics, and we have a really nice gatefold cover with Obi. Nothing wrong with this, no discoloration, marks, anything on that one. That's a Rolling Stones hits comp, $45 start, and you can have a Beatles comp. This is called the Beatles Ballads, 20 original tracks, $55 start. The Beatles Ballads, near mint pristine vinyl, really nice booklet. Once again, this one has no marks or discoloration, humidity spots. That's pristine all the way around, $55 start on that. Thomas is in on the Rolling Stones at $45. So, for the 3rd time, Miles Davis has been put back, so he's officially cursed. Does anybody want to buy a cursed Miles Davis tune-up? It's a 2 LP Green Label Prestige. It is near mint, and I can't believe I'm actually having trouble selling a Miles Davis record. That is a Gatefold 2 LP, $44.99. Here's what's left in the putback bin. We'll have plenty more probably the rest of the week as we did some purging the other night. Tanner went through months. He went through months of unpaid orders and people like, hey, you got to get caught up on your invoices. You need to pay for some of this, and that's why we have some putbacks. So, all right, bids on both auctions, 45 and 55, going once, going twice. Best of John Mellencamp, Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn, Pink Floyd, Guardians of the Galaxy, Audio Slave, Winger, Lion King, Lynch Mob, King's X, Towns Van Zandt, Warrant, and Warrant, Led Zeppelin Mothership, Nirvana, Fleetwood Mac, Patti Smith, Alice in Chains, Sade, Fleetwood Mac, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Miles Davis. Thomas Bowman takes the Towns Van Zandt. Final call on these 2 auctions, 55 and 45, to Thomas Hujar. Let me grab a crate of new vintage arrivals. I would go through some new vinyl, but that was kind of some new vinyl in there, and we got plenty more of new vintage stuff to go through. No, because I got to figure out something on the cover. I don't want to show it until I know what I'm showing. Tango on the Night was slightly warped, $34.99. It was test played. It does not skip, but it does have a light warp in it, and that's why it was returned, which is understandable. me see what we've got. Well, this is a killer crate. Y'all might be getting to see some of them right now. But yeah, let's go through this crate. New vintage arrivals, all new stuff. Ulysses said he's paying y'all tomorrow. Yeah, when we have new people, just FYI, y'all may see us do this sometimes. If we ever have new buyers hop on, and within about the first 30 minutes they've spent $600, sometimes we message them and have them go ahead and pay for the $600 worth of stuff that they've bought. And actually, the last few times that's happened, people have immediately paid. We'll send them an invoice live during the sale like, hey, you're new, you've spent $600 in 30 minutes, can you go ahead and pay us and you can buy as much as you want? And the last few people have went ahead and paid us. So that's why if we see somebody new, and you may hear me say, well, you message the page, if some people get on and they're like, holy cow, and they buy a lot very quickly and we try to get payment immediately. So that's actually happened a lot recently and everybody's paid. So Ulysses wasn't going to pay us though. He was just a fake account. The Beatles is sold for $55 to Thomas Hujar, and the Rolling Stones is sold for $45 to Thomas Hujar. In case y'all didn't know, whatever you buy on here, you do have to pay for it. These are records you do have to pay for. They're not free, and you just don't get to buy them and then they just show up at your door. You have to pay for them. This is $14.99. What is it? Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks, $14.99. We have Donna Summer, 4 Seasons of Love. That was $9.99. Fred, the Rolling Stones already had a bid. It wasn't a buy it now. It already had a dollar bid. It already had an opening bid. Dave Edmonds, Subtle as a Flying Mallet, $19.99. We have Dan Hicks Hot Licks, I believe, with Jeff McMaster. Jackie Reynolds wants Donna Summer. Dave Edmonds, and we have the Gary Mulligan Songbook, Volume 1, 1958, $29.99. Gary Mulligan Songbook, $29.99. Can you pay for energy drinks? No, I'm trying to get off those things. I could use a new one right now, though. My drink, I don't have anything over here. Okay. What was before that? Do you ever have any Asia? Almost every night we have Asia albums. I got one right over here. It's $45. It's a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. But yes, there's Asia every night, at least 2 or 3 of them. Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey, 71 Terre Haute. 71 Terre Haute, $34.99. Green Warner Brothers label. Van Morrison, Tupelo. Ghost in the Machine, The Police. What a nice looking copy in the original inner sleeve, $24.99. We do have Permanent Waves in stock, $39.99. 10cc, How Dare You. That is a sealed copy, $24.99. And ELO, Out of the Blue. Boy, this one feels heavy. Let's see what's all in it. $34.99. ELO, Out of the Blue. We have the original inner sleeve. Did I see a spaceship? I thought I felt something else hit my finger, but I guess not. Just original inner sleeves on these. I always thought this was an ELO comp. It's actually a studio album. It's a complete studio album. But yeah, no. This also came with a spaceship model. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those. That's something usually I guess everybody pulled out and put together while they were listening to Sweet Talking Woman. And Mr. Blue Sky's on there as well. $34.99. Okay, so let me get back up to the top. We have John Young on Van Morrison, and then Dave Plunkett, and then Calvin Ward, and Van Morrison is textured or glossy. This is glossy. That is glossy. Order on that is John Young, Dave Plunkett, Calvin Ward. John Young's first if he still wants it. Bob Riger said sold on Rush Permanent Waves. If anybody else wants a copy, 180 gram, new. They come in a loose baggie, but they are new and sealed. Direct metal mastering. These sound fantastic. Spirit of Radio, Free Will, Jacob's Ladder, Natural Science. That is $39.99. That's sold to Bob Riger, and Dan Olson wants the Electric Light Orchestra. Sold to Dan Olson. Al Green, Call Me. Al Green is a mint copy, $44.99. Call Me on High Records. Memphis Sound, very nice, $44.99. Every great Motown hit of Marvin Gaye, $29.99. Every great hit of Marvin Gaye. $29.99. John Young, first on Al Green. Tanner, that one was $44.99. Leonard Skinner, pronounced Leonard Skinner. This needs to go up for auction. I didn't realize this was Sounds of the South. Wow. Leonard Skinner, Sounds of the South. Very clean copy, no condition notes on it. Original label, first press. Sounds of the South, gatefold. This is Skinner's debut on the original label. That is a $65 start. Very nice copy. Wayne Carr first to Marvin Gaye. Ryan Anderson was second to Al Green. Autograph, sign in please. Autograph is in shrink wrap. $29.99 with a couple stickers on it as well. Autograph, sign in please. $29.99. Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, 65 and 65. The Cars, self-titled debut album, $34.99. Red Electra label, mint. The Cars, the Bee Gees Odessa, original felt cover, 69 CT press, $49.99 on the Bee Gees Odessa. Jeremiah's at 70 on Leonard Skinner, and so is Paul Beck. 4 bidders so far on Led Zeppelin, now 5. David Bowie, Scary Monsters, $34.99. Alabama Mountain Music, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, $24.99. The Easy Rider soundtrack in shrink wrap, $34.99 for the Easy Rider soundtrack in shrink wrap. That's a beautiful copy. $34.99, Easy Rider. Charlie Daniels Band's Greatest Hits, A Decade of Hits, $24.99. And Dolly Parton's Greatest Hits is $24.99. Gatefold, also near mint. Whew, I'm getting dizzy. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to have to go over here and get a bottle of water. That was some pretty incredible stuff, right, Tanner? We just went through a batch there. Let me grab a bottle of water. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat later. Seth brought some cherry dessert that his Meemaw made. I'm probably going to eat about half of that. That might be my supper. It's a big old thing of crusty cherry goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to need the energy to unload this truck. We got a U-Haul showing up around midnight that's literally full of records. It's going to take us a while to unload it. Plus, I don't know where we're putting any of it. If y'all hadn't seen our back room lately, which I guess you haven't, we have a lot of records back there. Plus all the Wayne stuff that we just moved in. We got enough albums to supply most of North America. All right. Back up to the top. Leonard Skinner, 70. Leonard Skinner, 70. Leonard Skinner, 71. Leonard Skinner, 75. Scotty Hypes is first to Alabama. That's so to Scotty Hypes. Stacy Metternich on the Easy Rider soundtrack. Leonard Skinner, 76. Leonard Skinner, 77. Brian C. was second on Easy Rider. Leonard Skinner, 80. Dave Plunkett first on Charlie Daniels Band. Leonard Skinner, 81. We have Mark on some Sonic. And is David Bowie OG or repress? Scary Monsters this should be the original label. Black 1980. That should be the original label on that one. $34.99. Edward Star Wars. Jethro Tull, Benefit, $19.99. Jethro Tull, Benefit. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill, $34.99. MCA Cloud label, $34.99. Michael House, you were third on Easy Rider. Cochran is $14.99. Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders, $14.99. This is California Stopover, Johnny Darrell, $19.99 in shrink wrap. And we have, this looks familiar. What is this? I can't remember. It is Less Variations. I was wrong. Cafe, not what I was thinking it was, or what it could have been. $14.99. And Eurythmics is $24.99. Let's see here. Leonard Skinner 85. Yes, Leonard Skinner is the original 73 Sounds of the South original label. Yes, that's what you want. That's it. That's the grail for the first Leonard Skinner. There's a bunch of versions of this. You can get the OG, you can get the first MCA, you can get the second MCA, you can get the music on vinyl, you can get the analog productions, you can get a Japanese pressing if you can find one. Those are really tough to find. First Japanese pressing of that. Leonard Skinner 85. Mark, I've got you down for some Sonic, $29.99. Skinner's at 82. John Leal is first to the Bowie. Who asked about it, though? Somebody asked about Bowie. Edward did, and he's going to claim it. So Edward Star Wars gets the Bowie. Jeremiah Zonal Leonard Skinner 88. Mike Cochran gets the Cochran. That is sold to Mike Cochran. Edward Star Wars got the David Bowie. And Leonard Skinner's at 89, now 90. Ike and Tina working together. $28.99 for Ike and Tina. Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is a 1969 German pressing, $39.99. Creedence Clearwater Revival, $39.99. That is a self-titled German pressing. Leonard Skinner, 93. Name of the band is Talking Heads. Sealed. Sealed, $99.99. 1982 sealed copy, $99.99. Sealed. Does have a little bit of a cutout right here. Has a $4.99 price tag on it. Sealed Talking Heads, $99.99. Leonard Skinner's at 95. John Mayall recorded live from the Roxy in Los Angeles. Lots of people. $19.99. Gold stamp promo. John Mayall, $19.99. We have Michael Nesbitt, Tantamount to Treason. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. 1972 in shrink wrap, $19.99. Tantamount to Treason, Volume 1. Michael Nesbitt and the Second National Band. That's in shrink wrap. I was about to say, I guarantee I know who's going to claim that. And he did. That's sold to John Young, and Tony Murphy got the John Mayall. I should have said Tony Murphy's probably going to get the John Mayall. That is sold to Tony Murphy, and John Young got the Michael Nesbitt there. Leonard Skinner's at 96. We've got the Kinks. Everybody's in Showbiz. 72 Hollywood Press. $24.99. Johnny Cash, Ballads of the American Indian, Their Thoughts and Feelings, The Battle of Wounded Knee. That is $14.99. Johnny Cash. Jackie Matu, The Maestro. Sealed, 1978 UK, $64.98. $64.99. Led Zeppelin Coda is sealed from 1982. Sealed from 1982, $79.99. Sealed Led Zeppelin Coda. It has a saw mark. It's a cutout. Led Zeppelin Coda, sealed, $79.99. Leonard Skinner, 96. Leonard Skinner, 97. Walter Savage is first to Johnny Cash. Led Zeppelin, 98. Talking Heads is sealed. It's a sealed original copy, $100. Leonard Skinner's at 100. We have Savoy Brown, Raw Sienna, $19.99. Savoy Brown, $19.99. Sunfighter, Paul Cantor and Grace Slick, $14.99. Pete Seeger's Greatest Hits, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Bob Dylan Self-Portrait, textured cover, beautiful, $49.99. What I found out is that is the first label for this album. That looks like a first press, and it certainly feels like one. Wow, that's nice too. Self-Portrait, $49.99. James Bragg first on Grace. That is this right here, Sunfighter. Dale Cooper first to Pete Seeger. Leonard Skinner's at 101. The Very Best of Little Anthony and the Imperials, $9.99. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid soundtrack, $34.99. Prince, 1999. 2LP, $49.99. Prince, 1999, $49.99. I want to clarify. The price is $49.99. The name of the album is $19.99. Magical Mystery Tour, $69.99. It's a 67 Jacksonville press in shrink wrap, stereo. I wish it was in mono. Wow, what a nice looking copy. Wow. So did John Young. Mark Cunningham was second. I was just taking it in. Grateful Dead is $99.99. $100. A 1970 Santa Maria green Warner Brothers label. Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead. Another stunner. Looks unplayed. Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead. That's $99.99. Has the original Warner Brothers inner sleeve. Leonard Skinner 105. Leonard Skinner 110. George Harrison, self-titled, $24.99. George Benson, Shape of Things to Come. George Benson's $19.99. Chet Atkins, Country, After All These Years, $9.99 for Chet Atkins. $9.99. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. Bryan Adams is $19.99. Near mint copy of Into the Fire. What is the pressing for $19.99? That is Well, I can't give you the exact notations, but it's definitely possibly or OG. It's 2LP near mint. It's original inner sleeves, and that's about all I can tell you. Right, I can give you the matrix if you're looking for that though. $49.99. John Leal first to Brian Adams. Leonard Skinner 112. Leonard Skinner 117. The Jackie Matu is sealed. It is a 1978 UK. It is $64.99. It is sealed in cold blood. I think I've sold a copy of that on Discogs recently. Leonard Skinner's at 117. This was a fantastic crate. Not to hype up my own records, but that was some good stuff. I'm going to go through those one more time. I'm going to tell you a lot of prices. I'm going to tell you a lot of information about them, and especially the stuff that I really think you should consider buying. Just a moment ago, we had a Rolling Stones Through the Past Darkly. We sold for $45. Here's another one, $45 start. This one's a little bit different. This is a different pressing. It's another Rolling Stones comp. That is near mint though. $45 start on that. It is near mint and pristine. Through the Past Darkly. Has a 2-page insert with it. Nice. This is a gatefold just like the other one of Obi. No marks of discoloration on that. Jumpin' Jack Flash, 2,000 Light Years from Home, Ruby Tuesday, She's a Rainbow. That's Big Hits Volume 2, $45 start on that. Leonard Skinner is an original 1973 OG Sounds of the South. The vinyl is typical high-grade quality, I think from that Wisconsin collection most likely. About a VG Plus cover. Does show some signs of shelf wear. Very nice. We've been battling on it for a while. Looks like it's Thomas's right now for $117. Final call. Here's what's left in this crate. Dave Edmunds, Subtle as a Flying Mallet. The Gary Mulligan Songbook. Here's a surprise. A near mint copy of Ghost in the Machine, $24.99. 10cc How Dare You. That is sealed, $24.99. Chad, what year is the Dylan Bringing It All Back Home? That was from the previous crate, right? Let me find that for you. That was 67. 67 Santa Maria, $74.99. Really nice cover. Of course, like I said, the vinyl doesn't have a mark on it. Remember that Dylan album we auctioned off a while back? This is very similar, just absolute beautiful. Not a mark on it, and that was a 67 Santa Maria. 10cc was sealed. We have Autograph, that was $29.99. The Car self-titled, $34.99. BG's Odessa, $49.99. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, their greatest hits. Dolly's greatest hits, $24.99. That's kind of a surprise. Jethro Tull Benefit, Steely Dan Can't Buy a Thrill. California Stopover, Johnny Darrell. That was Less Variations. Eurythmics, I Cantina. Creedence Clearwater Revival. The name of the band is the Talking Heads, sealed from 1982, $99.99. Bob Dylan is sold to Jeff McMaster. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Let's go ahead and tag Leonard Skinner, pronounce Leonard Skinner, to Thomas Hujar for $117. If anybody's interested in the Rolling Stones, it's a $45 start. The Kinks, everybody's in showbiz. Led Zeppelin Coda, also sealed, $79.99. Edward Star Wars wants the Talking Heads album. That's sold to Edward Star Wars. Fred Carnell, The Stones is a $45 start. Savoy Brown, Bob Dylan Self-Portrait, another beautiful Dylan album, $49.99. Little Anthony, Bob Dylan, Grateful Dead was $100. George Harrison, George Benson, Chet Atkins, Jackie, and Prince, $19.99. There's actually another bin of new arrivals by the back door to the back room. If somebody could grab those, that would be fantastic. There is one more crate I didn't bring. So got another crate of new vintage stuff coming up as soon as I go through a bin of new vinyl up here, which is some stuff from last week. We do have another crate of vintage. Then we're going to go straight into some half-off stuff in the back. I doubt I'll do any kind of recap tonight. I got to literally empty out some bins. Fred Carnell's at $45 on the Stones. Let me remind you of a couple Japanese pressings that are available. We have Asia, self-titled, $45 buy it now. We sold one already tonight. Stones is at $45. That's going twice, going 3 times to Fred Carnell. And we had Men at Work, Business as Usual. And I believe I had that one at let me get this over here. That was a $45 buy it now as well. Yeah, $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now. Thank you. $35 bot now. Men at work, business as usual. Get that one put away. And Beatles was a $55 bot now. And Bryan Adams was a $45 bot now. So 45, 55, 45, and 35. That's the only three that have not got bids. Let's go ahead and sell this to Fred Carnell for 45. Quick recap through some new vinyl. I think some of this was from last week's newest arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. We got the Otis Redding box set. The Otis Redding box set is $139.99. Has Dock of the Bay, The Immortal, Love Man, The Truth, and then a 2 LP singles compilation, which is like a hits comp, $139.99. Black Flag, Damaged, last 2 copies of that, and they're all back out of stock with my distributors. $36.99 for Black Flag. Brittany Bragg wants Men at Work, and that was a $35 bot now to Brittany. Iron Maiden, Brave New World, $54.99 for Iron Maiden, Brave New World. Tigers of Pantang, Wildcat, music on vinyl, $38.99. And Bluest Occult Tyranny Mutation, that's $44.99, limited and numbered blue vinyl. I've got more Japanese auctions happening right now. The other night we had a war for a Wings Over America. I've got another one, Wings Over America. And I've got a Peter Frampton, I'm In You Japanese pressing. I'm going to put those up in just a moment. BOC, $44.99. We've also got Tears for Fears, The Hurting, Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, $44.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers, $29.99. That's African Herbsman, $29.99. Hank 3, Lovesick, Broke, and Drifting, $31.99 for Hank 3. Also, Prince, The Truth, $31.99. Bully, Lucky for You, $28.99. My Morning Jacket, $39.99. Return to Thunderdome, that's at Bonnaroo, Manchester, Tennessee, $39.99. Craig Thomas wants a Bob Marley. So to Craig Thomas, we have Taylor Swift Red, $31.99. Megadeth Rust in Peace, $44.99. David Gilmour, On an Island, $36.99. Dr. John, The Montreux Years, $44.99. Yes is $49.99. And Simply Red Time, $33.99. Simply Red Time. Time for a crate of new vintage arrivals. I guess this has got to be check condition. I was about to say, we always have a check condition bin, and we saved the best for the last crate of new vintage arrivals, which is check condition. And I'm doing a quick flip. I may not even look at these. I've looked through about half of them. I guess I can go ahead and finish. Make sure there's no like. I see some nice looking stuff though. Yeah. All right. I didn't really go through every single one, but it'll be a surprise for everybody. Details on Dolly in the last crate. That was a Dolly's Greatest Hits, Gatefold, Near Mint, $24.99. Tears for Fears is a Abbey Road Half-Speed Master, $44.99. And Thomas said he would give $50 for this Beatles record. This one right over here. Let's go ahead and sell that to Thomas for $50. And so that leaves Asia and Bryan Adams for $45 bot nows. And now time for 2 new ones. We have Peter Frampton, I'm In You. That's a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. This is very nice vinyl. Not a mark on it. It has a Peter Frampton booklet with it. Japanese insert booklet. Another Japanese insert. Has a Peter Frampton. Bandana Enterprises invites you to become a member of his fan club. You also get a Peter Frampton fan club insert. A little bit of discoloration on the back and on the obi. That's a $35 start. Peter Frampton, I'm In You. Santana, Wings Over America. What did I just say? Santana. Wings Over America. I don't know where that came from. This is Paul McCartney, Wings Over America. $45 start. Nice gatefold with obi. Should have 3 original inner sleeves. It does. 3 original sleeves and the booklet. $45 start on that. This is a triple LP Japanese pressing. Near mint, pristine vinyl, new sleeves on them, perfect vinyl. Wings Over America, $45 start. Peter Frampton, Brian C's in at $35. Let's see what's in here. Never shown before, new vintage arrival check condition stuff. This is one of those completely full bins. There's about 60 or 70 LPs in here we're about to show. First is Blondie Parallel Lines, EX $39.99. EX $39.99, Blondie Parallel Lines. That's a Terre Haute press. So did John Leal. The Monkees headquarters, EX 1799. Colchum's stereo pressing, EX 1799. The Monkees headquarters. Kiss in shrink wrap, dress to kill, VG Plus $49.99. VG Plus $49.99, dress to kill. Columbia House pressing in shrink wrap. Kiss, dress to kill. Wow. Billy Joe Royal down in the Boondocks. Billy Joe Royal is EX $9.99 for Billy Joe Royal. EX condition. Not bad if I'm saying EX. Eagles Live, also EX or excellent with poster, $39.99. Eagles Live, $39.99. This is Sinatra, VG Plus, $9.99. There's the Eagles again. I need to sell a few out of here so I have some space in this crate. I'm pulling up the same records. The Monkees, their self-titled debut, VG copy, $9.99. That's a stereo pressing as well of the Monkees, Sinatra, and Iron Butterfly Metamorphosis. VG Plus, $14.99. Iron Butterfly Metamorphosis, VG Plus, $14.99. There's a lot of records in here. Iron Butterfly Heavy, VG Plus, $14.99. And The Who, Who's Next, VG Plus Deca copy, $34.99. The Who, Who's Next. I think we auctioned one of those the other night. That's a VG Plus, $34.99. Jackie Reynolds, you're first of the Monkees. I'm assuming you want their debut. There's also a copy of Headquarters in there. Let me know if that's the one you want. And let's go ahead and sell these auctions. Brian C. gets Peter Frampton for $35, and Michael Weil gets Wings for $45. Those are sold for $35 and $45. And I think Jackie wanted the self-titled Monkees, Iron Butterfly, Iron Butterfly. David Bowie, Heroes, EX copy, $32.99. EX copy, $32.99. David Bowie, Heroes. Queen, A Night at the Opera, VG Plus, $24.99. Queen, A Night at the Opera, VG Plus, $24.99. And there's Heroes again. These keep getting out of order. The Rolling Stones, Some Girls, VG Plus, $24.99. VG Plus, $24.99. Let me have a sticky note right quick. I had to make a mental note of something before I forgot. AC/DC, VG Plus, $22.99. Dirty D's done dirt cheap. John wants to know if everybody's asleep. I want to know the same thing because there's a Kiss record still in here. There's an AC/DC. There's a Rolling Stones. There's a David Bowie Heroes. There's a Queen Night at the Opera. There's an Eagles album with a poster. There's a Kiss Dress to Kill. And it's all check condition stuff that's usually sold. I need to go blow the air horn and get everybody to open their eyes and ears, pop your knuckles, stretch. We also have a copy of Who's Next over here, VG Plus. We auctioned this the other night with like 7 different bidders. That's VG Plus, $34.99. Ryan Kelly, first on the AC/DC. Bob Riger was second. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, VG Plus, $49.99. 1985 brown translucent vinyl. Running Up That Hill from Stranger Things is on that one. Tres Ombre, ZZ Top, EX, $29.99. ZZ Top, John Prine, Sweet Revenge. EX copy, $32.99. ZZ Top, John Prine, Kate Bush. Who, Rolling Stones. Kiss, Dynasty, VG copy, $14.99. Kiss, Dynasty, no poster, original inner sleeve, VG copy, $14.99. Kiss, Dynasty. Queen, Live Killers, VG Plus, $49.99 for Queen Live Killers. VG Plus, $14.99. Creedence Gold, Creedence Clearwater Revival, VG copy, $14.99. And Alabama The Touch, EX, $9.99. Brian C., first on Kiss. I'm going to pull that as soon as I come back with these next 2 Japanese copies, which is going to be Wings and a CCR Gold Hits compilation. That's going to be our next. We just auctioned one of these. Here's another one. Wings Over America, $45 start. Let's see if this one, if you regret not bidding on the last one, here's another chance. 3LP, Near Mint Pristine Japanese Vinyl. This one has the booklet with it. This one even has a poster with it. And we have 3LP, or we have 3 original inner sleeves, gatefold cover, nice with Obi, not a mark on this one. This one has a poster with it, $45 start on Wings Over America. We have Creedence Gold. Creedence Gold is a hits compilation. This is a $45 start. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Fantasy has a Creedence Clearwater lyric booklet with it, and very nice textured cover of Obi. $45 start on either one of those, Wings or CCR. Next is Brian C. He was first to the Kiss Dynasty. Bubby Mercer was second. The Rolling Stones is still available. Rolling Stones is still available. The Cat, the Incredible Jimmy Smith. This is EX 1999. The Cat, the Incredible Jimmy Smith, EX 1999. The Kinks, Greatest Hits. That's a VG copy, $14.99. Original tricolor steamboat label, VG copy, $14.99. The Butterfield Blues Band is EX 29.99. The Butterfield Blues Band, that is the Resurrection of Pig Boy Crabshaw. That is EX 29.99. Steelin', this is a VG Plus, $39.99. 1969 unofficial Bob Dylan bootleg Steelin'. This is VG Plus, $39.99. And Elvis Golden Records Volume 3 in shrink wrap, VG Plus, $14.99. Elvis Golden Records Volume 3. Elvis, or From Elvis in Memphis, VG Plus, $49.99. 1969 Rockaway Press, orange RCA label. Pam, the Stones is still available. We have, I think I showed the Kinks. Yeah, that was the Kinks' Greatest Hits. And Natalie Camp on Cost of Kate Bush. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, was a VG Plus, $49.99. And that is the OG on 85 brown translucent vinyl. You got to hold it up to the light, but I promise you it is translucent. Looking for $45 and $45 starts on those. The Who Sings My Generation. VG Plus, $34.99. 67 Greenville Press. The cover does have some sing splits. That is the first Who album. Sings My Generation on Decca. VG Plus, $34.99. Surfer Girl, the Beach Boys. There is some writing on the cover. That's VG Plus, $14.99. Should be a Capital mono press. It is VG Plus, $14.99. Pam Dickens takes the Rolling Stones. Some Girls, that's sold to Pam Dickens. We've also got Bill Withers, Just As I Am. VG Plus, $39.99. This is a 71 Santa Maria press. Bill Withers, Just As I Am. VG Plus, $39.99. The Best of Michael Jackson. VG copy, $14.99. Jackson Brown Hold Out is EX, $17.99. Webb Pierce, Sands of Gold. Webb Pierce, EX copy, $12.99. Elvis Costello, Goodbye Cruel World. That's a VG Plus, $16.99. Kevin Hernandez, first on Bill Withers. That's sold to Kevin Hernandez. Take Me to the Mountains, Shiva's Headband. VG Plus, $34.99. Take Me to the Mountains. The Original Animals, Before We Were So Rudely Interrupted. That's an EX copy, $12.99. The Blue Yusef Lateef. That's a VG copy, $16.99. 68 CT Press. VG, $16.99. Patrick Hummer, first on Elvis Costello. That's sold to Patrick Hummer. Jethro Tull, their debut album. This is. VG copy, $14.99. Elizabeth Wants Elvis Presley. Now, there was a couple in here. You might have to let me know which one you want. There's From Elvis in Memphis. There's Elvis Gold Volume. Let's just pull those two first. I've got From Elvis in Memphis and Elvis Gold Records Volume 3. Gold Records is VG Plus, $14.99. And From Elvis in Memphis was VG Plus, $49.99. Let me know which one of those you want. Roger Ramjet, first to Jethro Tull. Elizabeth wants the From Elvis in Memphis. That's sold to Elizabeth Lennox. So gold volume still available. Yusef Lateef, Patrick Hummer. That's a VG copy, $16.99, 68 CT press on Atlantic Records. The Blue Yusef Lateef. We also have Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, VG Plus, $14.99. And what is this? This is Wes Bruce and Lang, Live and Kickin', VG Plus, $14.99. Patrick Hummer said he'll take the Yusef Lateef. We have Grand Funk, We're an American Band. That's on black vinyl, Grand Funk, EX, $19.99. Sherry wants to see the Queen Killer. Queen Killers Live is a 2LP Queen live album, VG Plus, $49.99. It has the original green inner sleeve with notes and lyrics, or I guess just notes, and the original red inner sleeve. VG Plus vinyl, not a bad cover, $49.99 for Queen, Sherry. Marvin Gaye, I Want You, Marvin Gaye's from 1976, VG plus $24.99. Grateful Dead, American Beauty, that's a VG copy, $34.99. American Beauty, VG, $34.99, 1970 Terre Haute. And Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. The Royal Scam is a VG plus $24.99. Let me pause there in the middle of our check condition bin, literally almost right in the middle of it, and make these auctions buy it nows. These are both first come, first serve. $45 buy it now. We have Wings Over America. We've already sold one of these tonight. Here's another one, $45 buy it now. Triple LP, live Wings Over America. That has all three inner sleeves, the inserts, and the poster. That's a $45 buy it now. Wings Over America. Classic Paul McCartney live album. Great stuff there. And then the CCR is $45 buy it now. This is Creedence Gold. $45 buy it now on Creedence Gold. Maybe getting a sneak peek of some of the great titles to come. Thomas Wants the Wings. That's a $45 buy it now. And I was right here in the middle with Grand Funk, and Joe says he'll take the CCR. Those are both $45 buy it nows. We got the Queen, Grateful Dead, Steely Dan, and now Jack Scott. What am I living for? Jack Scott is a VG copy, $14.99. Cat Stevens, Matthew and Son, EX, $22.99. Price on Uriah Heep Sweet Freedom. Uriah Heep Sweet Freedom was right here. And Gary, that was a VG Plus for $14.99. Pete Townsend, Chinese Eyes, VG Plus $9.99. The Hollies Greatest Hits in shrink wrap, VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99, and that's on an orange Epic label, VG Plus $14.99. Ryan Kelly wants Take Me to the Mountain. Take Me to the Mountain was Shiva's Headband. That's sold to Ryan Kelly. The Moody Blues, 7th Sojourn, VG Plus, $9.99. Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits, EX, $22.99. Michael Church wants the Hollies' Greatest Hits. Also got Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. And Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, VG Plus, $14.99. Is there a pre-sale in Pretzel Logic? Yes, but it hasn't been posted yet. So technically no, but yes, there will be. Bachman Turner Overdrive, 4-wheel drive. That's a VG Plus, $9.99. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick, VG Plus $19.99. Timepiece, The Rascals' Greatest Hits, VG Plus $14.99. Oh, Gary Samuels said he'll take Uriah Heep. That's sold to Gary Samuels. Bachman Turner Overdrive 2, EX copy, $12.99. Billy Squire, Signs of Life, EX $17.99. Bachman Turner Overdrive self-titled, VG Plus $9.99. Traffic When the Eagle Flies, VG Plus $14.99. Ron Kelly, you're first to BTO. Let me know if you want self-titled or BTO 2. Your pick on those. More of the Monkees, VG Plus $14.99. This is actually in mono. I'm a Believer. The Monkees, VG Plus $14.99. Blackfoot Strikes, EX copy, $17.99. Blackfoot Strikes. Steppenwolf 7 is a VG copy, $9.99. Jim Croce, I Got a Name, VG Plus, $9.99. Patrick Hummer, first to Traffic, When the Eagle Flies. That's a good one. Bob Seger, Night Moves, EX copy, $27.99. Billy Joel, Glass Houses, VG Plus, $9.99. The Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue, EX, $32.99. Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton, Always, Always, VG Plus, $24.99. Jason Fornerat, first on Billy Joel, Glass Houses. REO Speedwagon, 9 Lives, that's EX, $17.99. Ron Kelly wants the BTO 2, so that's sold to Ron Kelly. We have Dolly Parton's Greatest Hits, a VG copy, $12.99. Bruce Springsteen, The River, VG Plus $19.99. And Ricky Lee Jones, Flying Cowboys. I don't know if I've ever had that one, from 1989. EX $12.99. And Marshall Tucker Band, Together Forever, VG Plus $9.99. That's one of the better crates of check condition that I think I've seen in a while, and almost everything is still available. So I'm going to read through those one more time. I need all 159 viewers to make sure you're paying very close attention, because there's some great records in there that are available, and I'm going to read those one more time. I'm just going to read the titles. If you want to know the price or the condition, let me know. We have Monkees Headquarters, Kiss Dressed to Kill, Billy Joe Royal, The Eagles Live, Frank Sinatra, Iron Butterfly, Queen, David Bowie, The Who, ZZ Top, John Prine, Alabama, Creedence Gold, Jimmy Smith, The Kinks, Butterfield Blues Band. The Ricky Lee Jones was EX, $12.99. Everything in here is sticker price, Sherry, especially on that Queen. We don't get that to it. It is $49.99. Steeling, Bob Dylan boot. Kate Bush is still available. The Who, Beach Boys, Michael Jackson, Jackson Brown, Webb Pierce, The Original Animals. How much was Kiss? Kiss Dress to Kill was VG Plus, $49.99. The cover's in shrink wrap. That's a Columbia House pressing. VG Plus, $49.99. Next was, so Kevin asked that. Sherry Queen was $49.99. Michael, how much was Kiss? Kevin said sold on Ricky Lee Jones. Trey Tidwell wants JC. JC was, I'm about to find it. It's somewhere in here. What was JC? Animals, Webb Pierce, Jackson Brown, Surfer Girl, The Who, Kate Bush, Jim Croce. That was a little bit further up. Jim Croce, I got a name. That is sold to Trey Tidwell. Michael Queen is VG Plus $24.99 if you want it. Kate Bush is a VG Plus $49.99 as well. This is VG Plus $49.99. Hounds of Love, 85 brown translucent vinyl. Next question was, Michael said, yeah, I'd have to have sticker on Queen Night at the Opera. That is a VG Plus $24.99. Next was price on Beach Boys. I think everybody was sleeping the first go-around on this crate for sure. Surfer Girl, The Beach Boys, VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. Next is Gary Samuels on the Butterfield price. Butterfield was right in here. Where are you, Paul Butterfield? That is EX $29.99. The Butterfield Blues Band, The Resurrection of Pig Boy Crabshaw, EX $29.99. What's the condition of the CCR I got? Joe, you got a Japanese pressing. It was pristine, mint minus. Trey, I got you down for Jim Croce. Next was Greg Rogers. What was the John Prine? John Prine, Sweet Revenge. EX copy, $32.99. Craig wants to know about The Who. The Who sings My Generation. VG Plus vinyl, $34.99. 60 field Gloversville press. The cover has seam splits. It's a VG minus cover. VG Plus vinyl, $34.99. John Ambrosic said sold, and that was on the Beach Boys. That's sold to John Ambrosic. Next is, Jason said he's going to pass on Kate Bush. So Kate Bush, I'm going to put that on the bottom along with Kiss. That's probably two of the ones that I can't believe hadn't sold yet. That's all the ones that's been asked about. Kate Bush is a VG Plus $49.99. Elvis Golden Records Volume 3, VG Plus $14.99. This is Wes Bruce and Lane, VG Plus $14.99. Grand Funk, Warren American Band, EX $19.99. Queen Live Killers, VG Plus $49.99. That's also been asked about a couple times. Marvin Gaye, I Want You, VG Plus $24.99. Paul Butterfield has not sold. Who asked about it? Gary asked about it, but he hadn't said yes or no. This is American Beauty, Grateful Dead, VG $34.99, 1970 Terre Haute. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, VG Plus $24.99. We also have Jack Scott, Cat Stevens, Pete Townsend, Moody Blues, Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits, and Boz Scaggs' Silk Degrees. Kelly said she wanted Paul Butterfield. We'll make sure Gary Samuels doesn't. That's sold to Kelly if not. Bachman Turner Overdrive 4-wheel drive. We have Jethro Tull Thick as a Brick. That's the original newspaper cover. VG Plus $19.99. The Rascals' Greatest Hits. Billy Squire. More of the Monkees. Blackfoot Strikes. Sherry Darnell wants Marvin Gaye, I Want You. That was one I was about to say, I can't believe no one's bought this. That is where? It was right in here. Marvin Gaye. Yep, I Want You. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Price on Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits was an EX copy, $22.99. Nigel Del Rocket wants Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. That's sold to Nigel Del Rocket. We also have Bob Seger, Night Moves. Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue. Porter and Dolly. REO Speedwagon, another BTO. A Dolly's Greatest Hits. A Bruce Springsteen, and a Marshall Tucker Band. And here's some of the best records. Quote, cannot believe they didn't sell Queen, Live Killers, The Who, My Generation, John Prine, Queen, Night at the Opera, Kiss, and Kate Bush. And Jackie wants to know, or Jackie does take the Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. And Billy and Shelley Gunterman wants to know the price on Bob Seger. That's EX condition, and that is $27.99. EX $27.99. Wow. I feel like the next time I show that crate, like as a buy it now best offer in maybe a month or two or 3 weeks or 2 months or 6 months, we're going to be like, man, did we even go through this crate? Craig Johnson said he'll take The Who, and I think he wants My Generation. Yeah, it's very hard to find mint copies of this. It's one of those albums that's always worn out. That's so to Craig Johnson. So here's what we're going to do. It's 9:30. We're going to take a 30-minute break. I'm going to find something to drink. Probably going to eat a bunch of this cherry stuff that I was telling you about. And when we come back, it's going to be nothing but on-sale vintage vinyl. I've got crates, and I've kind of condensed everything. We'll probably be able to go through, well, it just depends. We can go through 2 crates or 3 crates, or we can go through 4 or 5 crates of half-off records. So we can go through lots of half-off records, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock Central Time. Queen is a VG Plus, $49.99. Nice cover. Nice cover. How much was the other Who album? That was Who's Next, also $34.99, and also VG Plus. This is the classic with Baba O'Reilly, and Won't Get Fooled Again, and Behind Blue Eyes, and Bargain, and This Song Is Over. But yeah, half off vintage crates in 30 minutes. You better come back, because there's some great, that's some of that really kind of recent stuff we've been going through at half off. Michael Rar says he'll take this Tanner. That was also $34.99. And Arm Lozelle, if you decide you want the Queen, let me know. But yes, half off vintage. When we come back, I'm going to do some condensing here. I may do maybe a quick recap of some of the very first crate in case people wasn't on for the first part of the show. But yeah, we got a lot to go through when we come back. And we definitely probably won't go any later than 11 or midnight, because we got to get the back room ready for a truck. We probably will go to about 11 or 11:30 when we come back. But that hour or hour and a half we're live, we're going to have a lot of great new half-off stuff. So see you in 30 minutes.